but
Goodness me.
I don't think that's quite gonna work.
No, let's, I'd managed to keep the party clear from doing heroin. I wonder if we can stay vaguely within that direction.
Did you? I forget which one Vex.
He was snorting coke. And you guys all did LSD, but thus far, no one has become a heroin addict.
Sandra hasn't done LSD yet.
Neither have I.
Well,
Yeah.
there's all plenty of time for the fairy to shoot you with her LSD crossbow and see what happens.
I mean, Sandra is now pretty sure that's what might give her power to her back.
Yeah, of course.
I'm not gonna say it won't, but it probably will.
What? Wait a second. That's not how that statement's meant to go.
It is now.
Oh, fuck. Okay, then.
Amzo, that's why I love you.
Alright. So, my lovely, lovely ladies and gents, is everyone here in the Roll20 and ready? It certainly looks like it.
I believe so.
Then I welcome you all to another fantasticulous, funtabular session of Urban Arcana. You guys did stuff. You successfully killed a witch who thought that she was the villain in a Brothers Grimm fairy tale. You have acquired an armful of children who were turned into bunny rabbits. And I believe when we left off, you were taking them down to the bar in order to see if a certain elderly wizard would sort of handle that shit for you. But the very last thing you did was feed the witch's corpse to a bunch of unseelie fae. As a gift, obviously, to court their favour.
Yes.
Yeah, that's not gonna come back to bite us at anyway.
It's a straight up, totally legitimate way to dispose of a body. If it came back to bite you, then they would be pissing off a she to do it, so it's unlikely they will. But who knows?
Oh, yeah. We have a she.
Yes.
Yes. That means I have clout.
Mihara has political power, as terrifying a concept as that is.
I mean, it makes sense for Faye, but...
It's great art, too. With that awesome creepy eye.
Yeah.
So yes, once you finally, make it to your cars and shit, it is January the 24th. Because I don't like doing normal endings to dates, because that's boring. Are you going straight to the bar?
I think someone who is not poisoned should go to the bar and give the children back. The people who are poisoned should probably go straight to the hospital.
Yeah, that's probably the best idea.
So who's not poisoned?
Me?
You take the bunny rabbits to the bar.
Uh-huh.
I believe Hassie and Shams will go keep you company as well. Neither of them got poisoned.
Yay. Something cunts. But not in front of the children.
Of course not. Well, no, you're not in front of the children. You're, well, actually, yeah, I guess you're in front of children. You have bunnies. And you phone the hospital so they have some beds ready for the dying people. Excellent. So who is poisoned amongst you all when you were bit by arachnid horrors?
I mean, I was, but it kind of doesn't matter for me.
This is correct, yes. You have poison in you, and you're not even sure exactly at the rate that it will leave your system, because really your system is only active when you're processing blood, so you're probably, poisoned, or going to be poisoned for, a month, but it does nothing to you, besides the initial attempts at it paralyzing you. Quite literally, every time you, are processing a fresh intake of blood, your body will do some more trying to filter that poison out, but every time you finish snacking, such as it were, it sort of stops again. So yeah, you're gonna be technically a poisoned character for Roll me 1d2. A month.
All right. Now let's work on getting these guys some antidotes.
Alright. First of all, because it's a shorter journey and it'll be, well, sort of on the way, it's a couple of hours because you were in the middle of, like, a car park in a nature reserve-esque / holiday resort before you can reach the bar. You were all in one vehicle. The bar is where you get to first, I believe. So how are the rest of you getting to the hospital? You're just literally, like, dropping them off at the corner, wishing them luck, and then continuing the drive.
I mean, I have a motorcycle.
You do, but I don't believe you brought... Oh, wait, no, did you bring it? You did. You did bring motorcycle,
Yes?
that's correct.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not gonna fit everyone who needs to go on there.
No.
Just Goody Puff Senior.
No, right now Lana plays around on Scooty Puff Senior. I believe Mihira actually purchased a proper bike. Was it like a Kawasaki Ninja?
Yeah, it's an actual like
It was
motorcycle.
bright pink, I remember that much.
Bright pink and black. Pretty sure I have a picture of it here somewhere.
Is there a reason the bottom of the screen is cropped out on the stream? Mostly because it helps obscure everything that might pop up, but I can do a crafty cheat where I turn on the macro quick bar and it pushes everyone's names up a step and then makes them more visible. Look at me, I'm so smart. I forgot to do it on this page because this is the first time I think Urban Arcana has had the new background. Or the new border even.
Maybe.
I just happen to have another random work tab open. No, thank you, Orson, for mentioning it. I did not realise that I had everyone's names cut off. Is this your bike? That was it, yeah. The fucking bright pink Kawasaki Ninja with fucking neon rims. Let's face it, your one's probably light up, right?
Beep beep.
Yeah. Like, let's face it, those wheels light the fuck up.
It's a disco rave whenever she goes anywhere.
It is. Well, I mean, I personally, if you think about it, a fairy riding motorcycle back with neon flashing wheels, gunslinging with magic is about as Shadowrun as a character could get. Mihira beat you guys to Shadowrun. Which is something that I would run for you all if it weren't for the fact that it's a...
expert in Shadowrun.
Yeah.
But is it supposed to be like kind of stealthy,
No.
do your job, don't get
Well, there are
seen?
two ways to play it. You can play Mirror Shades or Pink
Mihira's
Mohawk.
what we-
She's more Pink Mohawk than Mirror Shades, let's put it that way. No, legitimately, those are the two styles of it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Those are the two ways to play.
And everyone knows Pink Mohawk is the funnest, whereas Mirror Shades is the most character development-y. I would have run it for you all, but it's a fucking complicated system, so it's just kind of a pain in the ass to run it. It slows
true.
down everything. Like, if it's roll...
Especially since
Also, its rule book is very poorly.
Yeah, it's dense. It's a
put
dense
together.
rule book too.
Poor optimization.
Poorly designed rulebooks is one
It's
of
a fucking
the
specialty.
requirements for a herd game.
Yeah, fuck. So we got 40k, Fantasy, and World of Darkness, all just abysmal books.
So yeah, now we're used to it. We can handle
Yeah, I mean,
it.
Urban Arcana's book is great, none of us fucking use it because it's just 3.5. With guns. I use the SRD.
I go through the SRD. Makes stuff so much easier.
Frankly, I'm not gonna lie, D20 has a particularly reasonable, I wouldn't say decent, it's a reasonable book. Like, the layout makes sense, which is more than could be said for most. The rules are janky in places and they don't know how to do maths, but the books actually are laid out correctly, which is a plus.
Yeah.
So yes, since you will it will happen for you first, pets. Ash, you arrive at the broken table with an armload of bunnies. Well, it's probably Hassie helping because she's got larger arms to carry all the bunnies with.
I probably got a few.
Yeah.
Bunnies.
Yeah, she's very cautious.
So this scowling lady with a bunch of bunnies.
Yep. How many children was it again? One sec. It is 5 bunnies.
Okay, so I probably got 2 of them.
Yeah, and Shams has got like one on like just in his crossed arms. He's taken on the guise of like a lean, punky, tall dude. And Hassie has taken on the appearance of like a... Oh god, where is this guy's gone? Do I not have a token on the main page? Is it hiding in the bar? There it is.
Oh yeah, it is gone.
Let's see.
And I've never even seen Shams's.
I haven't done a token for Shams as human. Yeah, actually.
Ah.
This is Glamour Hassie. There we go. Just expand that token. She's a cutie.
And there's
Yep.
me.
And then there's you.
Yep.
There you go. Glamour Hassie is a big old mess of blonde hair.
Perfect.
And yeah, she's got like a bunny under each arm, and you will approach. The bar is... It's quiet. Quiet is a good way to describe the whole place, I would say. Let's see here. Oh, Will. All you over here. Yeah, it's...
Well, it is like really late at night.
It's
So.
3 in the morning. The only regulars that you like easily recognize are Affy, who you're not sure has ever slept a day in her life, and Ganjelf, and the Elder Wizard, and that man in charge of the broken table.
Oh yeah, and that lady there. I've seen her before.
Yeah, I don't know that she did anything, but I was just like, there needs to be like someone sat around drinking, so it's her.
Mm. I know what her token is.
I don't. Feel free to link me the main art. I'll be a-okay with that.
I know.
Yeah, hook me up.
I need a few minutes to find it myself, but I know what we're talking about.
Yeah, of course, of course. I can only fucking hope. But yes, so what do you do?
Is that Izzy's art?
Pardon?
Was that Izzy's art or someone else? I can't remember.
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe someone else does.
Okay. Anyway, we're at the bar.
Yup! Bunny's in tow, and Affy will
And-
flutter up to you. She's holding a shot glass full of actually what you just assumed to be some kind of bubbly energy drink. Hi, everyone!
Hi. We help
Yeah?
these bunnies. They were children captured by a witch.
Uh-huh. Oh.
They need to stop being bunnies.
Oh, man! And she'll, like, look over. You're adorable! And she'll, like, just try to lift a bunny, but she's just a fairy, and bunnies are about fairy size to her. She's not big. Mahira was a big fairy for a fairy. Affy is not
Right.
large. She can't lift a bunny up.
The tiniest Amazon.
That's true. So instead, Affy will settle for bunny scritches and ear rubs and then perching on one's back. No, you gotta turn them into people, but they're so adorable!
They are, but they deserve to be people.
Ah, I mean, I guess, if I think about it actually, wouldn't they die quicker as bunnies because they age quick? That would kind of suck for them.
I think
That feels
so.
like a really raw
Yeah.
deal.
Yeah. Let's fix them.
Okay, I don't know how. Hi, boss!
Let's take them. Yep. Let's take them to the owner.
Yep. Should head up to the bartender. I just realized. Doop. Doop.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's my old token. Didn't even think about that.
Your teeth token. There you go.
That's my old teeth token.
Yeah.
Of course.
Dude, I can clear that. It's hard to keep track. You guys keep getting cute new art of all your tokens and shit, so it's hard to...
Mine has
This is what happens when
changed.
the game goes on for a year.
That's
and a half.
true. The reality is, since it's a bi-weekly game, we're into session 36.
Only 36.
I know, right?
Oh.
Oh shit, I nearly opened the source art on
Oh, that would have been bad.
Yeah, no, that wouldn't have been... Oh, right, the Cum Witch. Okay.
yeah, that's
Semen
it.
Sorceress. Great phrase for a Cum Witch. Awesome. Yeah, okay. Good job, Origin. But yes, okay then. Totally, we need new art for Sandra, something to represent her secret dwarfliness and her 8 inches of horse penis, and her chest of expansive size and robo spine and cute demon daughter.
I have not increased her
Yet,
bust
but
yet,
we know that you're
unfortunately.
going to, so you should obviously preemptively get it arted. Or, you know, like, pay me
Yes.
$30 and I'll do it.
I think you might be the cheapest offer. So.
I think, to be fair, DCL's minis are $20, and he's a lot better than me at art.
Good point.
Oh, I should buy minis sometimes.
I intend to get a mini from him. Actually,
I feel like I want to get a Cynthia mini from him. That'd be really
Yep.
fun.
I want to get him. I want to get a mini of my World of Warcraft character. Main.
Nerd!
Shut the fuck up.
Okay. So yes, the bar. The bartender looks over you with a quirked eyebrow. So, these are the missing children.
Yeah.
I see they are quite literally rabbits.
She was in fact a witch.
Fair enough. I don't suppose you saw any kind of evidence as to how she turned children into rabbits?
I don't remember.
You didn't.
No.
We didn't find
Yep.
anything. It honestly probably wasn't done in that cave. It could have been done somewhere else. We have no.
No idea! Well, this is... frustrating.
Yep.
If it's something as simple as being polymorphed, it's something I can resolve over the course of a couple of days. If it's something more complicated, I don't know yet. But I suppose that is what challenges are designed for. I will put in place a notice for the one who requested this job to go ahead and send payment. We'll do the particulars. You live out of that, castle as well now, yes?
Yep.
I will run payment through there as usual.
Good to know. Thank
I
you.
can't help but notice you haven't really come with a full complement.
Okay, so the witch, she had these freakish spider things. They poisoned most of the rest of the group, and they're off at the hospital.
I see. They aren't going to die, are they?
Shouldn't it's kind of a slow poison.
Very well.
They got like a day.
That should be more than
Like a whole
enough
day.
time. He'll shrug offhandedly. Do you care for a drink, or are you heading home?
I could use a drink at this point.
Very well. We can consider a few of these on the house. Which is probably something in Shams's earshot as he's, like, handing off rabbits.
Yeah. Just a glass of red wine for me should be enough.
Of course, not a problem. Hasty, on the other hand, immediately goes over to Ganjauf.
Yep.
And Shams probably gets his Guinness on. Now then, as for the rest of the party, there is poison coursing gradually through your veins, and you are able to continue your journey to the hospital.
Quit your bellyache and we'll make you an out here soon.
I don't want to be a tiny fairy again. I was a tiny fairy for forever.
Is that
I don't want
how
big.
it works?
Well, now that I'm big, I'm so full of magic that if I die, I will explode, and then I will reform as a tiny little fairy again.
As the tiniest of fairies.
The more you know.
Okay.
As a very little fairy. I will have to build up power again. It took so long to get big.
Shade will look somewhat concerned at the idea of you going midget on her.
Not even full midget. I imagine them the tiny ones that fit.
Yeah, no, she would. Well, no, she wouldn't. She's too powerful to drop directly to a Thumbelina, but she wouldn't be normal Mahara-sized fairy. She would probably drop down to Affy-sized, which can't wield a gun.
Nope, no gun, no bullet.
No, you would be able to wield a bullet as some kind of bludgeoning tool.
In the worst case, Mahara, I still have something from the Soling murderer just in case.
Wait, have you literally got a spare one of those bracelets still?
Yes. I still have
So
it,
yeah, I suppose technically if Mahara dies, she could eat another one. And get big again. You probably wouldn't have as many class features because you'd just barely be like scraping the boundary of Sheedom. But yeah, you could cheat back up to top again.
Yeah, I'd have to fucking do some stuff.
But it's better than going through the whole entire process again.
I mean, yeah, it would be way faster, but I probably wouldn't be able to do the snap freeze thing.
You'd probably only be able to imbue like a gun to +1 as well.
One gun to +1 instead of 2 to +1 or 1 +2.
Correct. And someone is asking if the ring of
To be fair, one gun to +1 is a fun
It
phrase.
is, it's great. But 2 guns to +1s is pretty also fun.
It did help a lot killing those
Yeah,
spiders.
fucking did. You guys railed those
2
things
for
when you
one,
had magic
double fun.
damage. Yeah, someone asked, is the ring of
Not gonna
regeneration...
After I pulled out a magic
Oh,
knife.
well, yeah, it wasn't great for you. You need to obviously get yourself a magic 911. Or find a
Yeah.
way to conceal a fucking M14.
I did think about going to the gross, to the straight up disgusting, just a magical AA-12. Just
Dude, an AA-12 is, well, a fucking cool-ass shotgun.
It's such a cool
It's a really
idea,
good
but
gun.
so ridiculous.
It is fucking ridiculous. You hold down the trigger and then an entire magazine of shells just disappears and whatever was in front of you, be it people or walls or whatever, it's just fucking gone. It's buck being fired like it's 5.56 rounds.
We just need to find you a bottomless holster.
The fucking
but I think, I think I'll just stick with. I am really suggesting making it belt fed and having just a massive, just a can of the ammunition.
Wait, can you
Gatling
actually
shotguns.
belt feed shotgun shells? I suppose there's no technical reason why you couldn't.
It is an open
would,
bowl.
Yeah, it would have to be modified, but the modification would be possible. I mean, people have modified an M16 to be belt-fed, and that's a lot more difficult.
Yeah. And amongst your party, you have a literal engineer, a gun cutter. Yeah, I imagine that if you were like, I want to make this belt fed, Mahara would just like give you a belt feeder and then like half of it's buck and half of it's slugs and everything in front of you becomes gone.
Every other shell is a slug, and then every other one after that is a buck
Yeah.
shell. Oh my god.
And then just every like, I don't know,
Good.
10 or so, you just put in a fucking dragon breath round just for funsies.
every 10 shells is a dragon breath.
Oh
is a
no!
fire. Every 10 is a fireball shell.
Oh, okay. But to say
Have you seen
know-
one of those ones?
No.
Isn't that a slug with a
Open
payload
the
in it?
link now, Kiana.
I can't remember what the fireball round is. I think that's a slug with chemical payload in it.
Mahara. We need to make napalm shells.
Let's see here. Oh yeah, no, it's 12 gauge dragon breath.
Oh, it's 12. Okay.
I mean, I was planning on making the weapon magic, so therefore, just make it with the flame element attached to it in some way.
Yeah, I mean, like, making a literal, like, fire-enchanted slug-shooting shotgun would probably ruin a lot of fucking days. Wait, is that an actual thing?
Did you want to cause a lot of arson?
On the arson scale, from normal arson to super arson.
Yes, I love it.
Goodness me.
Though I think I'll stick with the less disgusting 9/11 with a flame augment because flame or lightning. Ooh.
Yep. Although you're looking into quite expensive. That said, you have a London contact who will enchant shit for you. There's a London artificer. Just to remind there, a gnome wizard who casts high-level magic. He is, I believe, sending out a warded box to Dr. Hunter that's due to arrive actually in a couple more days.
I thought that already.
Has it already arrived? Oh, okay. Did you send anything back to him
Yeah,
to get enchanted yet?
No, because I'm going to be sending both of my guns, plus the last one, plus my one of the soul-eating murderer's bones to get combined into super magic.
Sweet.
I wanted to wait until after this job.
Fair enough. Also, speaking of jobs, I suppose it's a bit of an aside, but while Ash is there, the job board has a newbie on it. And also one of the other jobs on it closed. I checked RNG, and one of the ones that A Day at the Zoo has been closed.
Oh.
That said, Open Sea exists, which might honestly be a lot more interesting. Have you ever hunted for ghost ships, krakens, or more? Well, if you have, you know we're telling no lies. If you haven't, look for some brand new experiences with us. Docking January 29th is a Shadowkind crewing ship. Family supportable. Pay up to secure rooms on our wonderful little cruiser. Although there's a cost for entry, your potential earnings could be bloody fucking huge. It is purchase DC 25 for every 4 people. Children and the elderly, immortals not included, come free.
Back to ship combat.
I'm never putting in ship combat. It's never happening. I refuse.
You know what I meant, though.
Oh right, yeah, the ship arena, the boat fighty place. No, this isn't owned by a dragon, presumably.
That we know.
But that is a job.
But I mean, we're back on
We are back.
boats.
Yeah, I was just like, all right, so what is this gonna be on? Is it gonna be an airliner? Is it? Oh nope, seems boats. Like a lot of these details, I have a fucking conveyance generator. Oh, I had a bleep bleep. Why, thank you very much, Walter. Now you get an adorable fucking emote. Ah.
What loser?
Well, that's, they wanted to be Waltzer, but it's a typo, and that is, Keishira.
Yes, it is.
Excellent. Yes, all the ruse. More ruse.
I mean, you keep giving me excuses to use the emote. I'm gonna keep using
Fuck
the
yeah.
emote.
It's a pretty great emote.
DCL makes.
I broke things! I broke a thing by clicking, my bad. Fixed it. Everything's
Been there.
fine. Everything is in one piece. Cool.
Nothing happened. It's all fine. Don't.
I had a
worry.
personal message, so I clicked into it, and it's like, you want to start a call with this guy? I'm like, no, I don't. It's 3 in the morning for them. My bad. But yes, so that job now exists. But as for the rest of you, the hospital. Now, who's driving the van, by the way? I figure it was Hunter, but
Um,
Let me open up my sheet to see how much driving I have. I don't think I have much.
I mean, driving skill
Well, I
itself
mean, like,
isn't
we don't
needed.
need to use
Yeah,
that.
unless you start doing
Yeah,
tricks.
that's like, yeah, for crazy stuff. Like we try to make it go off like ramps and all that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
you know, yeah,
My drive is
probably
a standard 4.
probably best not to have one of the ill people drive. So, yeah, I'll do
So,
that.
Sandra?
Sandra is poisoned but never sick. Yeah, no. Yeah, Dr. Hunter, you're driving, you know the route, it's a hospital, it's yours, you've done this journey every single time. Admittedly, you have to take like one different connection to the main road, but you get there eventually. I don't think we've ever heard a description of this hospital. Now, I could just Google Dublin Hospital and actually find what it looks like, but how big of a hospital is the one that you work in? Is it like Dublin's premier hospital, or is it a like specialized outpatient-y type one?
Well, considering that he also works on Shadowkind, might be more of a specialty one.
Yeah, probably not the
Not
not the biggest
Dublin
one,
General.
but-
Okay, let's go to Google Dublin hospitals and see if there's a smaller one. Let's see here. So there's the Mater Hospital, which is the largest and in the very middle. There's also St. Vincent's University Hospital, which is by the water, and then Beaumont Hospital to the north. I believe Beaumont Hospital is a government hospital compared to the other two.
You know, the one that would probably be best for Shadowkind would actually be the university hospital. Don't you
Yeah.
think? Like, students already look weird.
Alright, so let's see here. Dublin St. Vincent. Images, not news. Still a very nice looking hospital, things considered. Here's a,
Well, I mean, like it's the university.
here's
so
a
most of them look
picture.
pretty good.
It's not a big picture, but it's had to come across big ones. Yeah, it's a fucking very nice hospital. So yeah, that's where you work. Admittedly, right now it's 3 in the morning and dark and lamplit. But you get there.
So how does this work, Doc? They got a room set up already, or you have to go in and why are we doing this?
Yes, they should have a room ready, but always best to register in with A&E.
Alright, sure. You've been working there for a while, as on-off as you are, so you're a recognized face, and a nurse will grab you immediately. Seems that he's been notified that you're, you know, expecting to fill out a room. Hello there, Dr. Hunter. Someone looks to be dying, and he'll pause and, like, look over your group. Do you need us to bring someone in?
Yes, a lot of them. It's a bad spider bite. No, we've treated the immediate effects, but we need proper antitoxins.
He'll blink slowly. Oh, I see. I'm sorry, but the rooms we got for you were in the Burns ward because that was the closest, well, free emergency beds. He'll pause and like call over another nurse. Like, yeah, go lead him. I'll go find stuff. It's fine. Don't worry. And he'll ask you to, you know, come with him to essentially your supply cupboard and see if you can find suitable antitoxins. He'll ask if you'd like the nurses to run your blood works while you're doing that.
It's wasn't a native spider, so I doubt we'll have any on hand, but yes, blood work, definitely.
All right. So, here's the question. You have brought with you a poisoned person who happens to be a vampire. Do you actually want him to get treated? Because he can be antitoxined, he is technically still carrying a poison, even though it can't kill him. How does he feel about the whole ordeal?
My instinct is that he should be treated, but it's up to him, really.
So good.
Well, I mean, I don't really need it, and the less work we have to do, the better.
Okay then. So the nurse will instead grab just Sandra and Mahira.
What about Shay?
Was Shade also poisoned?
Shit.
Yes.
Yeah, she
Oh,
was.
yeah.
Yeah, she passed. Yeah,
Really
she
Oh
passed.
yeah, she
Badly.
actually got paralyzed by it.
Oh,
Yep,
yeah.
and Shade as well.
Really,
Come on, Jade.
really badly.
We're
Got
gonna
bit
go
a
get
million
saved.
times.
She'll look put out
But-
about the whole situation, but allow herself to be guided by another nurse. Dr. Hunter, you're taken off to the supply cupboards to look through everything there. You have a few generic antitoxins that you're welcome to try while the blood works are getting done, but it's probably gonna take some form of like chemistry test to develop something specific, presumably using one of their bloods.
And that'll be where Simon is probably gonna come in.
Sure.
Simon, you still have that nurse uniform.
Yes, I do.
Not gonna ask any questions about that, but sure. Okay then. Simon dresses like a nurse. No.
Male nurse or female nurse? I have to know.
Inquiring minds want to know.
I mean, it could be anyone from a distance. Could be
A
either.
nurse. You have like clean scrubs and a changing room and all that stuff. You could just sneak Simon in with you to get changed. Yes. Oh yeah, he was a nurse for spinal surgery. That's right. I mean, he would have just been in operating scrubs as well, like you were at the time.
Shush. I got to make my
This
joke.
is very true. But yes, you can both scrub up, and then you can, behind closed doors, such as it were, take Simon into a place where you can try and synthesize something. It is going to take a couple of hours for, Bloodworks to process anything of use for Simon. Let's see here. And by this point it's probably 3:30 by the time everyone has made it to some beds. So you're all undoubtedly fucking exhausted. So it's gonna take until morning until anything happens for you in particular. You've been...
I don't have any energy drinks to slam, so yeah.
Yeah. So you're in for a possibly unpleasant night in the Burns ward, waiting for the next day to happen. Luckily, the person who is intending to do the chemistry to synthesize your antitoxin happens to be a vampire and doesn't fucking need sleep. So he can actually have this shit ready for you when you wake up, because he's a cheater. A meanie cheater. Got bit on purpose.
I mean, you say it like it wouldn't have happened.
Well, yeah, fair. So then, I'm ask you for some tests while this is ongoing. And then I'm going to sneak off to go grab a drink. Can you give me Simon Rossi? I will require a intelligence test followed by a craft chemical test. You can be assisted by a medicine test from Dr. Hunter before he has to, go find somewhere to pass out. Was it heal?
Okay.
It's heal in this, I think. I don't fucking remember. Treat injury, yes. Can you do a treat injury for test for me? And you'll be assisting him.
Do you not see the crit?
I was tapped into other shit.
Well, nat 20, it's not a crit. It's a skill check, but, you know.
Okay. So the intelligence means that indeed Simon can't muddle through it on his own. Luckily, with a fucking crit, Dr. Hunter can literally just do that part for Simon, who will do the synthesis part basically on his own afterwards. Wow. Fucking over 30s. You have a plus 29 on craft chemical.
I mean,
Wow.
I can make like the VX nerve gas on like a 10.
God, they should just rename you.
I don't think you can actually. I'm pretty sure VX is like DC of like a 40 or something.
I mean, you can make fucking Agent Orange on a 10.
It's a 42 craft chemical.
Okay, so you have a 35% chance of succeeding per batch attempt.
Jesus Christ. That's not including hero points.
Yes, I do.
Considering a hero point raises his absolute minimum a step, it actually comes to about 50%, assuming he's willing to spend a hero point each time he does it. Maybe more. No, I think 50. Because you don't always have to spend one. Is that right? No, if you don't always have to spend... No, 60%. So he's got a 60% odd of completing it, assuming he has hero points banked. And is willing to spend them when he fails within a reasonable parameter. That's terrifying. It's terrifying.
It really is. It is terrifying how much I've done with this.
Jesus Christ. But yes, so you're all going to be able to wake up come morning and get yourselves treated with a fresh antitoxin. Each synthesis is made from your own blood. Usually like one antitoxin would do it, except one of you is a she, one of you is a half-drow, one of you is a secret dwarf. It's not going to be, obviously, the exact same synthesis. And now I need constitution checks from everyone who is getting... Sorry, fortitude saves from everyone who is getting treated. Do Shades one.
In before the needle breaks on Sandra.
No, you just have to do the Nick Cage.
Cage's
Yeah,
head just
yeah,
breaks.
just right up into that like weak space in the nasal cavity. All right, Shade. Good luck. Ugh. All right, so she's gonna be sick for about a week, but she'll be fine with the poison.
Oh.
Wait, no, not a week.
Fortitude?
Yep, fortitude save, please. 6 days. Okay, so for 6 days, she will have effectively like a -5 on any kind of physical action because she just is kind of weakened and sick from this.
Oh.
Mahera, can you roll me a 1d3, please?
Am I? Oh.
Sandra, 1 day. Alright, and also Mahira 1 day. So for 1 day, the both of you guys will be feeling weakened and uncomfortable. You have a -5 on anything physical that you do. Shade, on the other hand, didn't exactly take to it quite so well. She is not nearly so intensely magical as Mahira, nor as secret dwarfy as Sandra is. Did Dr. Hunter sleep over at the hospital or head home?
I'll stay at the hospital.
I'm going to buy Shade ice cream. And a
That
bunch
way
of
I can go straight
store.
into my morning shift.
Your morning shit.
Shift.
Shit, yes, that's what I said.
Exactly.
The hospital has the best facilities for the triple S preparation.
According to that thing in shit posting earlier, my edgy Tumblr name would be shit.
Pardon, sorry?
I mean, it's that's somewhat worse than Trash Rat.
Yeah, the
I don't...
that edgy Tumblr name thing from a couple hours ago.
Yeah, I'd have to look into shitposting to know that.
Yeah,
I
no.
looked into shitposting and saw, oh whoa, what's this? So, whatever.
Scouse is better.
Okay, so let's see here. Blood Gore! That's a pretty great Tumblr URL. Fucking shit. Shit's great. Alright, so yes, you can jump immediately into your shift. By the way, you were like injured and stuff. Feel free to regenerate your healths as per necessary. You all each gain 1 hero point for successfully completing the mission, and you gain your purchase DCs as per whatever your fucking thing is.
I think we did the purchase DCs.
If you've already done them, then awesome.
Yeah.
Yep.
Excellent.
Oh, I didn't do
Okay.
Yeah,
If
your
your
boy's really
purchase
good.
DC is higher than 12, sorry, if your wealth bonus is higher than 12, you gain 1. If it's 12 or lower, you gain 3.
Oh, okay.
And I will put a whole basket of crazy into completed jobs. Excellent. So now the only 2 remaining jobs currently on the board are a Holy Miracle and Open Sea.
Do we stop the renegade pope, or do we go on a boat ride?
We can say we can't do both. Open Sea doesn't start till the 29th.
And it is
What
currently,
day is
it is probably like 9 in the morning of January the 24th.
It's a few days from now.
If we're going to bring... No, we can't afford to wait for Shade to recover if we're going on either of those, and would probably be a bad idea to take her on anything before she does.
She needs to rest.
She'll like stubbornly huff, no, I want to go on the boat. Sounds fun.
I mean, she could be sick on the boat for one day. Hear that with seaside sickness as well if she gets it.
Who gets seasickness?
Hmm.
I mean, have you been on a boat
You
before?
fought me on a...
We literally
You
met her on a boat.
fought me on a boat.
Wait, I don't
I
know
didn't
that.
fight
Never
you on a
mind.
boat. I wasn't with them when
Oh,
this
they
happened.
fought me on a boat. Actually, if this group, I guess...
I also
You
wasn't
should pause.
there.
Actually,
Oh right,
Only
Sandra.
Sandra and Meher... Yeah, Sandra, you fought me on a boat.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Well, not really. She
You
was
would...
extremely
If I remember
drunk.
rightly, this is before you'd fully tested the limits of your fortitude saves and was going to the bar telling them to get you as drunk as they possibly could. So yeah, you probably can't remember fighting
Yeah.
her either. She'll look helplessly amongst you all and be like, forget it.
She's like, I remember wolves. And
Sandra spent the entire time of the boat just
Just
blackout.
fucking blasted, yeah.
Kirk and Nix were dead.
Yeah.
Simon Hunter and
Sorry,
Hunter wasn't there. He didn't want to go on the boat. Instead, it was the priest.
Other guy. What was that other guy?
Tanil.
Priest.
The,
Tannel, that's it.
the
Tannel.
elf-
is he in Africa right
Yes.
Yes, he's in Africa
went to
hunting poachers.
He likes the rains down in
now?
Africa. He
Ironic
blesses them.
twist.
Because he was also a priest. The only thing that you're confused by is Gay Baby Dungeon. Gay Baby Jail is where people go when they are inactive players. And there is actually a dungeon in the castle that's been converted into rooms. So it became kind of funny to call it the Gay Baby Dungeon.
Yeah,
Alright,
that
Simon
doesn't-
just sleeps there now because he's a
Yep.
vampire.
Well, then, since we're going to be at the... Well, since I'll probably have to stay at the hospital all day since the sun's now
I mean,
out.
it doesn't kill you, it just makes you
Right,
feel like a piece of shit.
Yeah, exactly. I don't really want to feel like a piece of shit. And besides, my friends should have someone in the room watching over them.
Waiting.
Well, I say watching over them.
Sleeping in a corner.
More pawing, sleeping in a corner and then pawing through that spell book we got. See what is interesting in that.
Excellent. Can you do... Let's see. 5 Arcana tests. I'll be right back. Feel free to go fetch drinks and stuff.
What are you rolling the Arcana for?
Because Scout said she'd need 5 tests of it.
For what? Oh.
Reading
Because
a spellbook
I'm reading a
and
spellbook.
learning
Oh.
stuff.
How
Those-
long are we
those
going to
some
be here
pretty
for?
Good
How
arcane
long?
rolls.
So what are we doing? Are we going to go after the Pope, or are we going to
We
wait for the open
didn't-
sea?
Actually decide.
Oh, okay.
I think we're gonna go for the Pope, or just the
Because
open
if
sea
we have
ones.
some time, I have projects I can work on.
Yeah, and the things I want would probably take so long that we'd miss both these jobs, but I do want my magic guns.
Magic guns are cool.
I'm glad to have a magic gun.
be very good to have magic guns not dependent on magic weapon.
Mm.
I'm seeing if there's anything
Same.
I could pick up in the core rulebook. I could get a dirt bike right now. It's only 10 over my wealth bonus.
Dirt bike.
But, like the basicest of motorcycles.
Back, got my hot cocoa and Andes mint.
And back. Sorry for the wait.
Sorry.
Ah,
It's
now
all
I have
good.
another glass of poison. Good poison.
Just remember, intentionally fail your fortitude saves.
Okay, so Simon, you only got one roll below a 20. Let's have a look here at what is in this spellbook. Now, what spells do you already know?
Give me a second. So I've got Magic Missile, Comprehend Languages, Shield, Burning Hand, Featherfall, Change Self, Instant Identify, and Magic Weapon.
Okay, then. In this book is Trace Purge, Undetectable Magical Aura, Hold Portal, Dark Vision,
Ah,
Glitter Dust.
I heard hold
Yep,
portal.
the classic.
Ooh, some level 2s in
Yep,
there.
2 level 2s in there, Dark Vision and a Glitter Dust. Which are classically quite useful. Remember rightly, there's more to the specificities of Glitter Dust, but I can't remember everything that it does. The classic is that it will blind a creature that you throw it at, and it will outline invisible creatures, but I don't have the fucking spell effect, so bear with me a moment.
I think we also didn't we also get like a wand of
You have
something
a
something
Wand of Trace
technology?
Purge.
Thought it was a fuck with
Oh,
technology.
there is a, yes, you have a obscure technology or something? Fuck, I don't remember now. Like memory wipe or stop tech or something like that. But I don't remember.
Haywire? No, that's a cantrip.
Yeah, that was it.
Is a Wand of Scramble.
Right, yes, it will scramble any kind of technology for a period of time based on the complexity of the machine, including wiping hard disk information from it. But yes, Glitter Dust. A cloud of golden particles cover everyone and everything in the area, causing creatures to become blinded and visibly outlining invisible things for the duration of the spell. All within the area covered by the dust, which cannot be removed and continues to sparkle until it fades. Everything that is covered by the dust has a negative 40 penalty on hide checks. And it looks like it is a round per level, and you need to succeed a will saving throw versus the blinding for every round that you have Glitter Dust in your face hole. It's pretty good. It's a good rule, Maz. It's a good rule.
Those will be they'll be useful to have once I actually have access to level 2 spells.
I'm totally more of a stereotype. Yes, yeah, now you have some more useful spells on your person. While you're looking through it, you don't really see any evidence of turning people into rabbits. There are, however,
Yeah, I noticed.
pages that have been torn out of this book, and you can, like, literally smell ashes on the book. It's possible she tore some out and burned them.
Fucking burned them? What the fuck?
Interesting.
Could you imagine being able to hide with glitter dust still on you at a fucking -40? Fucking hell.
Oh god, that'd be so disgusting.
And it has to cancel out the effect of invisibility.
Asking what books I've written in the chat. Hurtful. I don't write books, I write visual novels. If you go on Steam now, you can look up Mutiny with 2 exclamation marks on the end. That is a porny visual novel I wrote and had released quite recently.
I can say I can say that it's good.
Glad to hear that you like it.
Gotten through the first 2 treasure hunts there.
I'm glad that it is being enjoyed, and that it is doing okay in the market, which is a fucking delight, frankly.
Thank you, Merzendi, for getting it for my birthday.
Thank you, Mazendi, for vicariously spending money on me. You can't see it, but I finger pistoled. You could probably hear it.
Yep.
Also, recently I've been working on a demo for something by Arbus Badesh. That'll come out on the 20th.
Nice.
Well, the demo of it will come out on the 20th.
Ooh. Ah.
Yeah. Alright, so yeah, Simon, you have these spells. You can add them for free to your spellbook when you level up and are able to take more spells. Well, when you can take second level spells, you can write in the first level ones now. And although I have no doubt you could pass it, you do need to succeed a roll to write in spells that are beyond your casting level. So if you can't do second level spells now, you could write them into your spell book, but if you rolled a 1, you'd fluff it completely, ruin the source that you're writing from, and not get the spell.
Yeah, I'll just hold off on writing those last 2 in until I get second level, just in case.
As I say, like with your modifiers, let's see here, plus 12. It
Plus 19.
is you have to. Sorry, it's plus 19.
Or isn't it?
Yes, it is. You're right.
for
It's
writing
spellcraft.
the-
Oh yeah, then literally you're
Yeah,
only
yeah.
failing on 1. You have to be a DC. I think it's 10 plus. It's only like 14 maybe, because the most of the magic system is still left over from 3.5. And correct skill crits don't normally apply on skill checks. Although occasionally, if Rule of Cool applies and you do a skill check, and it's like, well, you succeed with a 20, so let's describe an awesome way in which you succeed. That's why it seems that Nat 20 seem to make people do things they couldn't possibly. It's usually because us as DMs like to big it up. It's like, you succeed and look fucking dope. You would have succeeded in a 19, but 20! You look fucking cool as shit when you do it. Okay. Yes, it is 9 in the morning in the hospital. Dr. Hunter is beginning his shift. The rest of you have been treated with anti-venom and are feeling kind of sick and shitty.
Gross.
Yeah. What do you guys do?
I think I'm gonna go out and buy a motorcycle.
Okay. Right.
Contemplate your life choices.
Alright, let's see it. Core SRD, equipment.
The dirt bike.
You want to
there.
buy a dirt bike? Sick.
Yeah.
Yep,
I have 13 purchase DC, so that'll only bring me down 1.
Yamaha YZ250F dirt bike. Purchase DC 23 and you're buying it. Okay. Yeah, I mean, no one can stop you from doing so.
Take 10.
Yeah, you can take 10 on your check. What's the result come out to? Is it a success?
23.
Yeah, then sure, no fucking problem. It costs you 2.
Okay.
1 for being over a certain amount, and then 1 for meeting. That's it. Easy peasy.
Okay. Yep.
Now, what color is your dirt bike?
Black.
Nice. So I would assume it looks a lot like. Let's see here. Oh no, that's white, not black. There you go. A lot like that.
That's pretty cool.
Which is pretty fucking dope. Or there's a version with
Yes.
sharks on it, because sharks.
I think the skulls would probably fit.
If you wanted sharks and like American stars and stripes and shit all over it, that also is a possibility.
I'd go for the skulls.
You get the old World War II kind of style, like shark mouse.
Oh, there's also a digital camo one that looks quite cool. Boop. But I think the skull one is the coolest.
Am I the only one?
Actually, I think I'd go with the camo, honestly.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure thing. You can totally get that.
Oh, I know what I'm gonna do.
Because
I know what
it
I'm
fits
gonna
with Ash's character.
That's
really.
very true. And yes, Mo, sorry?
Am I the only one who would prefer plain black on a motorbike?
No, you aren't the only one. However, if I look up black of those motorbikes, black was never a color it ran in, so every kind of one you want to get that's got a they're all custom kits. There is no standard black.
Wow, that's disappointing.
Really, that's odd to me.
Yeah, in fact, here's the actual standard. Dude, it is white with black on it. Like, it's because the color of that bike's frame is primarily black already. So anything else to add more black to it is a extra kit.
Oh.
But black with a black is one of the best.
Oh, don't get me wrong, I
combinations.
agree with you. That said, I think the War Skulls is dope. But yeah, that's the one I clicked and was like, wait a second, that's white, technically. It's because it turns out that all of them have a black framework. Apparently the most popular is blue. If you look up the name of it, it's basically a wall of it in its blue iteration. There you go. You are able to purchase a multi-hour bike.
Cool.
And yes, what are the rest of you doing?
I'm going to buy a canvas and a bunch of paints.
Alright. There are certainly places for art supplies.
As a she, I was allowed to pick a performance, and I picked painting.
Interesting. How does your painting ability manifest itself then? What kind of is it like oil painting, watercolor? Is it stylized, airbrush?
I think she would do watercolors.
Okay. Yeah, you can certainly pick that kind of stuff up. It's negligible for your wealth bonus, so it doesn't cost you anything.
Yeah.
Chrome crashed horribly. That sucks for you. Are you still in the call?
No.
I see Rob's still in the call, but he might not be able to say words. Oh no, Bob!
Bob, no.
Bob-san! He'll be fine. He'll get through it. Some of his porn malware crashed his computer. I mean, sorry, some of his computer crashed his porn malware.
Yeah, that's not bad.
That's funny. Oh, God.
It's fucking not incorrect either.
Nope.
This computer is porn made manifest.
Bye-bye.
the operating system made entirely of malware.
You'll miss that guy.
While Bob is away, I'm gonna go get something to drink.
Sure.
And maybe I'm gonna throw something in the microwave to eat. Something.
Good idea.
Mm,
I can happily sit here and drink schnapps the
Yeah.
entire time. As for Dr. Hunter, there are probably like the odd questions that you have to answer in regards to like emergency bringing in a couple of Shadowkind and treating them for a toxin that doesn't exist that was synthesized using specific samples of blood because they were all fucking different types of Shadowkind, including a She of the Fae. But by this point, the head surgeon is.
I bet that blood was full of
It was
sparkles.
the sparkliest blood sample ever drawn.
Made me go blind.
It was
trying
also
to mix up with
cold.
that.
It was colder than blood should be to, you know, maintain like viscosity.
Bob, are you here? Hello, Bob.
Oh, missed that guy.
I'm
Hello,
back.
Bob.
Oh,
Did
good.
your P
I
you-
just-
Welcome,
your
comrade.
PC crashed to a pawn? It's not the other way around
Yes.
anymore. Yes, yeah, Dr. Hunter, you probably have some questions to answer to your head surgeon, but he'll take them all eventually, especially since you're, you know, opting to immediately do some shifts that morning. And it is a relatively, well, quote-unquote, calm day for someone who's probably working A&E. It's you know, deep into January now, you don't have as many people getting up to crazy bullshit. It's probably going to be another month or so until people start, like, trying to get themselves killed in drunken accidents, even for Ireland. January is supposedly, once you make it past the first 10 days of a new year, one of the quieter months for being in the services.
Huh.
Mm-hmm. And then after that, it just goes back to being a shit show for the rest of the whole year. With big old spikes going into it. I think it's because anyone who hasn't decided that they want to get themselves fucking killed in a stupidly terrible way has usually done it already by this point in a New Year's party. Or gotten very sad in the lead up to Christmas. Otherwise, January itself is like 20 days of peace. And then, you know, back to the usual nightmare. Did anyone see your idea for a Savage Lands The Irish Doctor? Can't say I did.
Yeah. It's in the Badlands thing.
I will take a peep at some point.
We'll look at it later.
Yeah, we'll look at it later. That was more of a yes or no question.
Yep, can't say I have.
Not meant to. Okay. It's worth a look. Me and Rim had fun with it.
I'm sure. So yeah, it's, you know, 9 in the morning. You're feeling a bit sick and shitty, Rob. What does Sandra go do?
She's been putting it off. I say putting it off. It's actually her second favorite thing to do. Go gun shopping.
Okay.
She's well. The main reason is because she can't shop with her eyes yet. Well, she's going magical gun shopping.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So, presumably you don't just have, like, a taxi take you directly to this supposedly, like, quiet shipping warehouse after getting out of a hospital, because it's the kind of thing that's preceded by the phrase, "Rampage!" which would make a lot of people nervous.
Yes. Well, I need someone to videotape.
Yeah, of course,
that
you do
too,
need someone to
so-
videotape your rampage. Now, when you first said gun shopping, I was like, please don't just, like, leave the hospital, get into a taxi, and then ask for them to drive you to the gun store, because they probably just drive you to the police. Like, there's a lot of people who are like, oh, they've just gotten some bad news and are about to go get some fucking revenge. Yeah, so you can have someone
Sorry.
drop you off at vaguely nearby and walk the rest of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Have you been to this warehouse before? I can't remember if you were one of the people who visited at the time. I know Mahair has been. And Vex has been.
Which house what?
And did Dr. Hunter go to the...
It was either me or Simon. I can't remember which.
I don't believe I have been to the warehouse yet.
Okay.
Then it was me.
Okay.
Sure.
So yeah, like you've probably been told what it's like there,
Mm-hmm.
but what is it that you're exactly after? When you arrive at this warehouse and knock for entry, it looks like a very tiny little waiting room at the front. They like a main desk. There's no one there right now, but there's a little ringy bell you can hit. And you hear a voice probably calling from the distance going, "I'll be there in a minute." What are you after?
The thing is she has run into several things that are just ignoring being shot is the only way she could phrase it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, preemptively, just to check what they've got in stock, can you please roll me 3d20?
That's 3d20.
Yep.
Did it again. 3d20.
There you go. Okay, 228. Don't worry about them being low rolls, it's just where I'm looking. Interesting. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. Okay. It's possibly just a weird coincidence because you remember how we had that discussion about how it tends to be an Irish SWAT standard, the Heckler & Koch MP5K, the shorter submachine gun?
Mm-hmm.
That's one of them. And the other two are 9mm automatic Berettas, the 93R.
Oh, a bit sound of disappointment.
That's what they've got in stock.
That does not. Nah.
You could certainly try and make some kind of specialist request.
Yeah, I think she's gonna have to. This is the 9 mils, really.
To be fair, the 9mm automatic is.
Wait. There's a magic MP5K.
There is.
Oh my god.
It is a medium 9mm submachine gun, 2d6 and magical. 40-foot ballistic,
Yeah,
semi or
weapons.
automatic. 15 box.
Oh my god, my hero wants it so much.
If it makes you feel any better, I could make a call to my hero. I'd be like, hey.
You see a fairy-sized Heckler & Koch submachine gun?
It's one of my favorite
It
guns.
is a really nice gun.
Yeah, but I'm just thinking if I need to be a little bit stealthy, that a submachine gun, admittedly more stealthy than a full.
Yeah, your
assault
M14 is
rifle.
not what I think of as a stealthy gun. Don't worry, I'm just gonna pull out my fucking stealth org or my stealth Mossberg or something like that. I don't fucking know.
I mean, an orc is much more stealthy than
It
an
is more
M14.
stealthy than an
It's a
M14, but
bullpup.
if I remember
I
rightly,
mean-
the org has a
I mean,
massive
if we want
rack.
compact firepower, we could just get a judge and call it a day.
Just
Oh.
use Payday 2 style judge with a full suppressor on it.
Wait a second. I don't have the T-Rex.
Can we? Can we play Payday 2 for a second and just build a Joker clown gun with a Desert Eagle
Oh my god, yes, let's
for
do it.
for Sandra?
Doing it.
Oh god, the fucking suppressor on that deagle is as big as the gun. It's huge. It's huge. I made a Desert Eagle with a suppressor on it, with the best suppressor, and it fucking is about as long as a submachine gun. Doesn't the I was gonna say, like, doesn't the orc have a massive rack on the front? Oh, it does. Yeah. It has got quite a lot of that stock body going for it.
Yeah, like most of that stuff is on Picatinny rails and is therefore removable.
I'll be damned. So yeah, I suppose you could make quite a small orc. I mean, it's frankly still a far bigger gun than like the machine pistols.
Yeah, the original orc was like all of that was permanently attached.
That's
so.
possibly what I'm thinking of. But yeah, there are 2 of these, which are very neat-looking Berettas, actually. So there's 2 of those that are enchanted.
That's the gun I have.
Yeah, it's a neat gun. It's automatic. It's cool.
Oh, that's
Mhm.
Automatic, you say?
It is automatic.
Mhm.
It has a machine pistol. It fires semi or automatic and has a 20 box.
Oh wait, no, sorry, I have a
I
92.
made
You have a
Never mind,
94.
I
Yeah, you have a
covered those.
92F. That is a
It's
single
exist.
shot with more range on it. And it is a
Right.
smaller sized gun, so it's a small category and hideable on your person, unlike the medium sized machine pistol.
That's very silly.
It's probably more for rules balancing than like literal size. Like having a machine pistol that is small sized means that you have a machine pistol that is you have a fucking basically a machine murdering. I think it's like for instance,
Yeah.
like there's the 22 revolver, and that falls into the classification of tiny, which is adorable. The Pathfinder,
Yeah,
Mhm.
I get that it's rules
but it's,
balancing,
yeah, maths balancing is
knowing that
dog
they
shit
are
stupid.
90% the same gun, it's very silly.
Yeah, on a 19, you basically make small-sized guns invisible. You could probably hide a medium with all of its penalties, assuming you didn't roll 2s. Yeah, the MP5K is a lovely gun. It is a ladder one, and that's one of the ones they've got there enchanted. It's got a nice little folding stock, a decent long mag.
Oh,
I mean,
my large gun, I don't think I'm ever gonna hide, but still.
don't get me wrong. I love it. This is.
It's a very pretty gun. It's very neat, but it's
It
probably
is.
not what you're looking for, considering your main handgun is an M14. Understandable.
It's yeah, the main. It's just because it fits in perfectly between what
Right.
I have, but at the same time, I either have both of them or I have one.
Now, a question for
of them.
you.
It's probably not going to.
Does the AA-12
Mhm.
already exist in the modern D20 modern weapons locker?
I don't think it does.
I will look for, if you could kindly have a look through in the closest approximation. You can order in something like that to be enchanted. They can only do an order in enchantment of +1.
Oh no, that was more a
Okay.
joke. I was thinking of something that was actually somewhat subtle. Maybe a hunting shotgun, but I'm gonna I'm not gonna pick that because it takes too long to reload. So it'll probably just be another 1911 or a large caliber frickin' pistol.
I mean, surely then the Beretta works for that. It's a 2d6 pistol, like all of the pistols are, apart from the 2d4 ones, which are way smaller. And there is the 2d8, but that's a revolver.
And mine, which is a 2d8, and is fucking broken.
It is. It's
shit.
very good.
What damage is mine again? Let me.
Let's have a look.
The
I'm
Colt
happy enough with
45 is 2d6 for some reason.
I'm happy enough with my my 2d10 sniper
Yep,
rifle.
it's a good rifle, especially since it is magic.
I mean, some of them do 2d12, but
What's really weird,
This one's
yeah, what's
silenced.
really weird is that your gun is really good for shooting cops because it does bonus damage to lawful targets. It's really kind of worrying how your sniper rifle is incredibly good at killing cops.
Wow.
Let's hope it.
Yeah.
hopefully I'm killing Mafia
Yeah,
first.
yeah. I was gonna say, like, if it's a bruiser who does the job they're paid for, they technically fall into lawful evil. But let's face it, it's a cop-killing sniper rifle. There is the 5.7, yes. Dr. Hunt uses a 5.7. If I remember, it was the 5.7 a 2d8 as well? Yeah.
It's a small 2d8.
Which is baffling to me, but if I remember, it's because the box is small.
With a 20 round
No,
magazine.
it was a 20 mag. This fucking game. I hate its numbers. They don't know how to do maths, do they?
I mean, you have stuff like me with plus
No,
29.
no.
So,
That's different. That's just 3.5 stats. But, like, the people behind the guns of D20 Modern
So-
don't know how to do maths.
The thing is, the FN57 in real life has a 20-round magazine and is smaller than most 9mm.
That is true. Does the purchase DC then at least reflect the fact that the 5.7 is a much better gun?
Yeah, to get it, I had to roll, like, an 18, if you remember.
That's true, but I mean, an 18 is
It
just
was
a...
really
An 18 is
hard.
as hard as a Beretta... Indeed, the Berettas that are magical that she's looking at, and also a Glock 20.
No. I had to roll an 18.
Oh, okay.
Not a total of an 18. An 18 on
That's
the
right.
dice.
The 5.7 is a Special Forces handgun, isn't it? Was it Special Forces handgun? I think so.
Not
Was
really.
it not? Where's the 5.7? Because I know the 5.7 was someone's kit loadout. Was that like Israeli police? I know the 5.7 is an Israeli gun after
Let me
all.
check.
It's the thing I do. God, I wish I knew.
No, it's not.
It's Belgian? Fuck. I still, for some reason, I'm drawing a
Yeah,
bit.
it's Fabrique Nationale.
Duh, brain. Okay.
There we
Israel
go.
doesn't use it
What
at
the
all.
fuck?
Yeah, the US Secret Service, not the Special Forces. They use the
What does
5.7.
Israel use? Because I know that they have like a really good loadout for their like actual proper military. I mean, most of them are both basically involved in an Antifada right now.
Service pistol, Israel. They use the Glock 17.
Not even the Glock 20? You're kidding?
No, the 17.
I mean,
They like their 9x19.
yeah.
Can't really blame them. 9x19 is actually the longest use cartridge in
Yeah,
the
I mean, a
world,
Glock 20 is a
and
10 mil
really
pistol,
good.
so I mean, that part isn't a surprise. Let's see here. Local military equivalent. Oh no, there are some, like, I looked up their local military loadout. They have fucking deagles as specialist service handouts. That's dumb. Indeed, they believe a Galil is a small arms.
It
Is a Galil a small arms? It's an assault rifle.
Yes, assault rifles are small arms. Small arms is anything short of a light machine gun. And that's questionable. Like, the
Yeah.
Even sniper
large
rifles?
arms primarily...
You're
Yes,
fucking kidding.
large arms refers primarily to fixed artillery.
Okay. That would explain then why it goes from small arms to anti-tank rockets and missiles. And then artillery. And then fighting vehicles. And then tanks.
If it's man-portable, it's a small
Okay.
arm. Or a launcher.
Oh yeah, the Negev is in small arms. Now that seems questionable, okay? Negev is fucking huge. That is a very big LMG. Yeah, it's Belgian. Sorry, yes, I know Walter. Yeah, sorry, no. Israel gets deagles. That was the one. I was like, I'm sure Israel has like a really weird gun that they get as special forces handouts. Yeah, it's a fucking Desert Eagle. That would be why. Which is scary.
Alright, can I finish my nerding
Yeah,
out
yeah.
now?
I finished my fucking schnapps now. That's a terrible pain. Okay. So yes, there are these three guns. Would Mahera like to try and buy an MP5K through Santra?
It's such a frivolous purchase that I don't
It is.
need.
It's magic weapon. It's not
It is
frivolous.
a
Oh,
purchase
that's true.
DC 19 initial, so becoming magical makes it purchase DC 22, which is still honestly the same as a sniper rifle, frankly.
You spent the
I will be coming back.
You're
to get
spending
Beretta.
still spending less than I spent on my
Yeah.
motorbike.
I forget, how does purchase DC work again?
All right, if you're above it
Uh,
and you're in the okay, so the thing above it is 15 or higher, right? So that's -1.
Always minus
Yeah.
1.
If it's 15 or higher, always -1.
Right.
Now, are you above it or are you within 10 of it from below?
I am 1 off.
Then it's another
Ben.
-1.
Yep, it'll cost you 2 to purchase a magical MP5K.
And since we're on this, so we can just clarify that, how much would one of those Berettas be?
The Berettas are initially purchased DC 8, they become 21. Sorry, 18. They become 21.
Perfect. I mean it exactly. So I can just take off 1d6 for one of them.
Okay. So yeah, Sandra makes it to the warehouse. There is a relatively charming and attractive woman. It's not the same as the one before. This one is actually... how best to describe her? Short. She is a halfling.
Aw.
All right, I guess I'll wire you the money for the gun.
Why? I mean, you could just do a backs transfer. You're in the same country.
Oh, yeah, I don't know what that is.
Oh. Do you guys not do back? Maybe just wire it. No, because I know that a wire is different from a backs transfer. A backs transfer is literally just saying, hey, bank, this is my account, send them this money. And then they go, oh, okay, cool. Here, account number, you've been sent this money. And they go, sweet.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
That is a backs transfer.
Okay.
I'll do that.
Yeah, Calm Me Down is doing the same thing for one of the
Awesome.
reds.
Okay, then. So let's find out what enchantments are on these guns, because they're not just +1, they have enchantments, because that just tends to be the default.
Oh, there's more?
Yeah, so there's probably going to be something bonus on them. But since it's you guys getting the
Oh.
guns, I'm not going to make Rob roll it, because that would be mean if he just rolled your dog shit. I want it to be on you guys.
Yes, please.
Fair enough.
Okay, then.
It's rare to see Scout being nicer than I would have been.
I mean,
I mean,
I'm full of paint thinner. I mean schnapps. I mean paint thinner. Okay, so +1 standard. Roll me 1d100 Kina. In fact, 2d100, please.
Did I accidentally exit out of Roll20 at some
Yes.
point?
Yes,
Oh.
you did.
Oh.
Well,
So you
shit.
did.
I didn't
The
even
difference between a
notice.
1911 and a Desert Eagle?
Why did
Like
I
in
do that?
literal chain differences or like systematic differences?
I'm already answering
Cool,
that
thank
for
you.
him.
Okay.
I've got the book open.
yeah.
Much obliged. 2d100, sorry, Kina.
Or you can just give me the stats for the 1911 custom.
Look at that 4.
Honestly, 4's a really good one, because do you know what 4 is? Bane. The gun has a Bane built into it.
Oh.
That's
Just-
pretty good.
Bane of what? Cops?
No, yours is anarchic. It's not cop Bane. Oh, fuck. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1d10, please.
Just a moment, I went upstairs to get my food out of the microwave. Can someone roll me a
I
1d10?
got it. Alright. Outsiders. Okay, so it's Bane Outsiders, and now we get to pick one of two types. Let's see here.
Is it evil?
Ooh. Come on, evil.
It is evil. Yeah. It is
Yes.
it is an
Pretty good.
MP5K with Bane Evil Outsider.
That's pretty
Oh,
good.
that's amazing.
That's really good.
The other one would have been defending, but that's useless because it's not a melee weapon. So yeah, you get Bane. Bane Evil Outsider MP5K.
Nice. Nice.
Alright. And now Simone. 2d100, please. Motherfucker, you rolled into Bane as well. What's the 50? Heartseeker? What's Heartseeker?
What's Heartseeker?
The Heartseeking is drawn unerringly towards beating hearts. They ignore the mischance for concealment against most living targets, though the attack must still target the proper square. It does not apply against aberrations, oozes, plants, and outsiders with the elemental subtype, or any creature specifically known to lack a heart. So, it can ignore concealment against,
Ooh, that's
things with
really
hearts.
That's not bad. That's an interesting ability.
It,
Yeah,
it, feel,
yeah,
it feels
sounds-
very flavorful for Simon.
It does. It really does.
There you go. Also +1. I mean, the 911 is just a lovely gun. I love it. Tell you what, hey, do you want to find out what enchantment is on that last Beretta there, Rob, if you would like to roll 2d100?
Sure.
It is Frost. What does Frost do? Upon command, a Frost round is sheathed in terrible icy cold. It deals an extra 1d6 points of cold damage on a successful hit. The cold can't harm anyone who is wielding it, or, like, in contact with a target being shot with it. The effect remains until another command is given. So it is an automatic pistol that deals an extra 1d6 frost damage. But it's a shame you don't want it. That's a shame.
Yeah, it's a shame. Of course, if I'm specially ordered, I'm gonna special order elemental.
Yes,
right?
This is true. Okay.
Yeah.
So, what would you like to special order now that you've done some mathery?
I think it would have to be the 1911.
Okay then. So it is another.
Yeah. I'm still trying to balance the 9. I think I'll stick with a 911. That's still less grotesque.
It is also a small-sized gun compared to the Deagle, which is medium, so it's easy to hide an M1911 for those without sleight of hand.
Also, Bob, your weapon feats are in the 1911, not the Desert Eagle. This game does not forgive you for using something you're not specialized in.
I'm not specialized in any of them.
Wait, do you not have a Focus 1911?
No, he doesn't.
No, I'm not a soldier. That comes from being a soldier. I get it for free. That's why I was trying to go for soldier for so long.
He's just a tough boy with tough skills.
Yeah, I've broken the RNG for ranged combat without the
Yeah,
need of those.
he's got an M14. That doesn't give a shit about my balancing.
Doesn't give two fucks.
Yeah, the height of the number doesn't matter, Olgin and Wolf. It just literally depends where I'm looking on a table. Like, of those spells, like, the very top of the table at, like, a 98 to 100 is Vicious, which is good, but that's, the one that deals damage to you every time it hits a target, as well as, like, double that to them. And then at the very, very bottom of it is still Impervious, which makes it impossible to break the object that you're wielding, either by magical or supernatural means. So an impervious gun would be unbreakable, as one would expect. And then the number 2 is Glamoured, so it's a gun that could look like a fucking, like lipstick holder, whatever you wanted. So yeah, no, the table doesn't really care
I've
the height of the
got a
number.
leather jacket that looks like a regular leather jacket.
Oh, that is a very useful ability. That's way more useful here than it is in fucking, like, fantasy.
And you know what? It's got it is
Holy
the most
shit.
expensive of all the base price modifiers. So if you wanted to buy a custom ordered gun that had that base price modifier, it would cost you an extra 7 purchase DC.
You know what? That's fair. Getting a gun glamoured to look like something mundane and
Not a gun.
like non-violent, anything not a gun. That's crazy.
Yeah,
good.
it adds 7 to the purchase DC.
No. That's terrifying on too many levels.
Get a rocket launcher that looks like a poster case.
Let's see here. How much would that cost you? It would cost you. Actually, let's see here. The Law rocket launcher is only 15 purchase DC. Most of the cost is spent in its military application. So, assuming you don't have a military license to own guns, aka the license to own a Law, it costs you 18. Plus 7 is 25. That is not that fucking expensive. The Law is stupidly cheap. When you compare it to the heavy machine gun that falls into the same exotic firearms section, 22 is the purchase DC for that gun.
I'm also... Isn't the Law one use only,
Yes.
though?
That probably explains it.
It does do 10d6 damage.
Yes.
Holy cow, that's a fireball.
Yeah, it is 10d6 damage, it has a blast radius, and it can be equipped with special rockets munitions. Which is disgusting. But yeah, no, a lore is cheaper than a heavy machine gun.
Yeah. Of course, when you realize you're going to be pumping up that amount of dosh for every shot with it.
Mm-hmm.
That sort of evens out the balance there a little
Very
bit.
true.
Yeah, what you should be going with is an RPG 7 with glamour on. Because that is multi-use. Because the Russians are smarter than the US sometimes.
I don't even have the numbers for an RPG 7 in the SRD. I imagine it's in the weapons locker, though.
No, you told us to approximate with the law, but multi-use.
That's right.
Since you do recall you gave
Yeah, I
us
did give you two
don't you?
RPG 7s. I mean, getting RPGs to load into it, though. So, I mean, it's effectively single use for you guys until you get more rockets.
Good luck getting those in Ireland.
Alright. Yep. Yeah. Good luck getting rockets for your RPG in Ireland. The place that is easier to get, like, assault rifles than it is to get, like, some fireworks, if I remember rightly.
Literally anything
Yep.
that explodes.
Well, to that, you want a box of ammonium nitrate? No, but how would you like to have this Uzi?
No. Ammonium nitrate. Not allowed.
I mean, you give me some time, I'll get the chemicals together and we'll make it.
Get a gun that looks like a gun that's a
I mean-
fake gun conception. Yeah, you get a gun that looks like the gun lighter, but of course when they then pull the trigger on it,
I mean, yeah, Simon, you've got the chemical, I've got the mechanical and electronic. We could build stuff.
What do you mean you can't copy paste
Oh, yeah,
names? I
it's
can do the
frankly
same.
terrifying what we can do.
Yeah. On Twitch, I literally cannot select names.
I'm very curious. I mean, I grabbed from the
Really?
right and then just drag across the top, and it grabs all the names in between.
Yeah, I've been doing that the whole time.
I
Weird.
get it to the left. Actually, I get it from the one.
You start from the star on the left.
I get it straight.
Yeah,
from
I
the
got it
left.
mine from the right.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Well, I have the numbers on, so I actually start at the
okay,
number.
makes sense.
The
I don't have
timestamp.
timestamps turned on because I'm boring. Timestamps are for interesting people. They are useful. I just don't have it turned on because I don't like the look of a string of numbers in my text chat, which is silly, I know, but
Fair enough.
oh well.
Hey, Third
I
doesn't
love
like the little white
numbers.
dots on Discord, so she mutes every channel.
This is true. No, a couple people like that actually. But yeah, I finished this glass of schnapps as well, and I don't feel drunk as I should be, which is weird. I'm becoming immune to paint thinner.
Your liver has evidently reinforced itself based on the amount of time you've spent sober.
I guess so. It's put the walls back up or something. Like, it's December. I'm not supposed to spend any of this month sober, and I've wasted a whole week and a bit. We'll get there. But yeah,
You can
I
do
know,
it.
right? I'll fetch more drink in a moment. I suppose the next question then is, what gun are you ordering, Bobo?
I'm gonna stick with the 1911. I have lots of ammunition for it, and it's by far probably my favorite pistol.
It is one of my favorites as well. I'm gonna say, like, my favorite guns are the 1911, the Mosin Nagant, and the Winchester rifle.
I like the Winchester too.
That's just reminded me of an important thing. Did Sandra tell Dr. Hunter where she was going before she left?
Might she have like bumped into her on her way out?
Roll me a d4.
Yeah.
If it's not a 1, okay, yeah, you would have probably, indeed, he would have been noticed when the patients that he asked to be taken into, you know, emergency care in a ward that they don't belong in were going to leave. So yeah, Dr. Hunter knows when you're going.
Yeah.
But do I know where she's
Well,
going?
no, you'll be actually able to speak face to face, so you can do things like ask.
Sandra, you're heading out already?
Yeah.
I know your constitution, but still a little surprising.
Well, I figure I'm have to do this as soon as I could. I put it off for too long. I need a new gun. Really badly.
Ah. Well. Yes. Yes, I suppose in that case you can head off. While you're there, pick me up some ammunition, would you? I literally can't fill my last magazine with what I've got left over. Just tell me how much it costs this evening when we're at the castle.
No problem.
For one purchase DC, you can effectively have enough ammunition in your armory that as long as you spend time, between missions at the armory, you can reload all your mags. Like, ammo is cheap, comparatively.
Ammo is dirt cheap.
Yeah. Indeed, all of it's within your purchase DC, so if you just want to knock one off your character sheet, you'll always have ammunition of that type available.
It's like 8 below my purchase DC, even.
True, but that's still, at this point, something that you have to, go and get in specifically. Like, if you spend this one purchase DC now, you're set for the rest of ever.
Sure, I'll knock myself back down to 12 and just have infinite spare bullets.
There you go. Easy peasy. Yeah. Indeed, all of you can do that if it's a caliber that you... Like, what caliber is that gun you're using?
5.7 FN.
Okay, so it is a very specific ammunition, so no one else can take advantage of that. But regardless, if others were to do that for, like, Alt 32 or whatever the fuck you want, 1 DC and you can have as much ammo as you need.
I'll take one for 9mm. I'll take one off for us to have infinite.
Alright, so yeah, you can take off 1 and have an infinite supply of 9mm.
Oh, fuck, I got a different ammo as well. I have 2 sets.
You have 5.56 and 9, or is it 10? 5.56 and 10?
5.56 and a 45.
Oh, 45. Yes, sorry, yes. The 1911 is 45.
And doesn't your M14 run off 7.62?
Oh yeah, it does. It's a much bigger.
I thought it was 5.56.
It's either a 30. No, you're thinking of an M16.
Oh, okay, yes, I am.
Or another much smaller.
No, it was
weapon.
the M16 I was thinking of. Yeah, so yeah, I mean, as I say, like, any ammunition type, I should probably make a record of, like, armory resources. Indeed, I'm going to do that right now. Armory resources. I'm just going to say it's in all players' journals, and all players can edit it. Mers, if you'd like to, you have full access. Feel free to put in whatever ammo types you have. If you spend a purchase DC, you can have unlimited amounts of it.
Okay, sure. So there's my 5.7. Simon was doing 9mm, yeah?
Yeah, and I'm willing to pay some extra in case other people want some and don't exactly have the highest
No,
PC.
as long as you're willing to spend one, anyone can take advantage of this infinite supply that you have.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I'm already buying 9. I'm saying, like, if someone else has, like, ammunition that they want to get, like, a different caliber, I'm willing to knock off another DC.
Ah. What does Mahira's auto pistols use? Is that 9 or 10?
Actually, all of my guns are 9mm, except for, of course, the crossbow, which are bolts, or crossbow bolts, and my my revolvers, which are 38 specials.
I'm so caught up in you, little girl.
Yes, I understand. I realized that I just looked up 38 special, looking to see what the bullet actually looked like, and I found out that that's actually the name of the band.
Hold on loosely, don't let it go. It's surprising Sandra has alcohol. Yeah, no, she's got so much that the cost of her alcohol dependency is negligible to the quantity of money she has. These characters are rich. They are fucking so rich. Like, they've just bought motorcycles, and it's barely impacted their purchasability.
Like,
That's
let's
only
put-
with an 11
Yeah.
for me. Or 13 to an 11.
I spent a single DC to rush order a plane so that I could parachute out of it last session.
It was totally
Yeah.
worth.
You spent a
totally
purchase
worth
beat
it.
DC to be badass for no other reason than he's stinking rich and wanted to be in the fight.
Wanted to be a cool
exactly.
guy.
Like, the amount of rich that we are is ridiculous.
Yeah, so, was there anything else anyone wanted to just put in an order for effectively infinite amounts of spares? Like, we've got 5.7 FN, which will do my pistols, and if we have any left, the P90s. We've got 9x19, which will do Simon's pistols and all of Mahira's guns. We've got 7.62 NATO, which will do Sandra's rifle.
I need a-
45 Auto Colt. So what caliber does Ashes use? Is that 7.62 NATO as well?
It's...
I think it's a 556.
no, there's no way your Arctic, there's no way your sniper rifle fires 5.56.
Then I'm just dumb.
No,
dumb.
one sec. What does an Arctic Warfare fire?
That's at least a 7.62.
It's an Arctic. It's an AWS.
Yes, it's an AWS, so it...
which
7.62.
is different from the regular Arctic.
It fires 7.62 x 51mm NATO, 308 Winchester.
Yep.
Winchester.
Those are functionally identical
Yeah, they're the same.
cartridges. There are
But
differences.
the Arctic Warfare will fire both. So yeah, no, it uses those 7.62, so that's fine.
Cool.
Anything else anyone needs in the armory?
I don't use enough of my 38 specials to actually bother with the infinite. I just have like a box of like 200 bullets, and that'll be good for a long
The second
time.
most expensive ammunition for small arms is actually crossbow bolts. Yep.
Really?
For 12 crossbow bolts of, like, proper crossbow quality, 7 purchase DC, compared to 5.56, which is purchase DC 4, which is 20 bullets.
Could I chain? Is there? Can I?
I mean, you construct your own,
What
but
would
that's a
be-
test each time you do it. Crossbow bolts are otherwise, yeah, they're actually quite expensive. The most expensive ammunition? Fucking arrows.
Really?
Yeah, purchase DC 8. The most expensive bullet calibers are...
Honestly, that doesn't
Yeah, no.
surprise
The
me.
most expensive bullet calibers are Ort 50, Ort 444, and 50 armor piercing. They're all purchased DC 6. Still cheaper than crossbow bolts. And you get 20 of them at a time. And 50 fucking AE.
Oh yeah, 50 Action Express is a very rare cartridge.
Yeah, it's fucking...
Yeah, it's a very
no,
special.
you get 50 Action Express at the same time, at the same price as just normal .50.
Well, yeah, 50 BMG is, like, the third longest in-use cartridge. Or possibly the fourth. Yeah, no, actually, no, the fourth. The Russians are still actually using 7.62R in service weapons.
I wonder if I could modify. I wonder if I could do some work on my guns and change out the revolvers to use 357s instead of 38 specials.
It's within your capabilities.
You'd have to largely rebuild the revolvers, though. Like, the 357 is intentionally substantially longer, so you can't fit it into a regular 38 revolver, because a regular
true, the
38
body wouldn't
revolver
be long
might
enough.
explode.
Well, it's not a regular 38 revolver.
What revolver have you got that's firing 38?
Colt Diamondbacks.
No, I think you still need to not just change the, the loading cylinder, you would need to change the
I'd
barrel.
have to, like, rework the
Like,
whole
as I say,
body
like, it
on the
is still
barrel.
within your capabilities to do so, because you're incredibly good at engineering, but it wouldn't really realistically change your damage numbers, because it's still basically the same gun. You would have a shorter barrel after all that.
But it would be
It would be cool that your
cool.
gun fires bigger bullets. It wouldn't do anything, but it would be cool that it fires bigger bullets.
I mean,
I
that's what
petition
Mahara
for her to have slightly more range. At the very
Yeah, okay.
least.
Yeah, no, a range increment of like 10 extra feet would probably be what you get out of it.
Ooh.
Get a raging bull that fires shotgun rounds. No, not Buck though. You want a raging bull that shoots slugs.
I don't think Mahara can handle a gun like that.
Yeah, what's
unfortunately.
Mahara's strength modifier again? It's -1.
It's not good.
Yeah.
-1.
She can't fire a raging bull without getting very hurty hands.
The 357 would probably be the upper limit of caliber size for Mahara anyway. Let's see. So I could do that. I think I'm going to give Shade one of my machine pistols that I'm not using, that I don't use anymore.
She has no firearms proficiencies whatsoever.
Shit.
Just gave her a lead brick. Oh, thank you, master.
Sounds like it's time to take her to
We
the
need to take you to the firing range.
Teacher.
Sandra.
She'll whine, but I like my crossbows. They're poisons. You can't put poison on a bullet.
Well,
You don't know that. You haven't tried.
Well, I mean, no, she's kind of right. It doesn't really work.
We can put it in the bullet.
Yeah, wait.
It's still not the best. Not like a sharp coated edge.
You say that, but you have not seen me at work.
I should make some fancy bullets, like one of those bullets that that are like, oh, what are they? I don't even know what they're fucking called. They look like teeth, and they're like designed to fan out.
It's just hollow
like
point.
a star
Yeah.
pattern.
A hollow point round.
There's even.
Is that what
Yep.
that is?
Upon hitting, it doesn't have quite as much penetration, but upon hitting the target, the plastic filling on the inside will usually be melted by
That's not
fragment.
what I'm talking. That's not what I'm talking about.
I'm sure it is. There
I think
are
it's the
different.
same
Yeah, no, there are
kinda-
different ways that a hollow point looks, but they tend to have that like fan-shaped configuration. So when it hits a target, the bullet splits and spreads. They're all called hollow point.
Mm-hmm. Well, they're not all called hollow.
They should
point.
be.
If the point is filled with plastic, it's got its own unique name that was originally designed for shooting inside airplanes, but didn't really work as anywhere near as well as the designer thought.
Yeah, no, it's still a hollow point gun. Let's
There's
face
one
it.
there's one where they put an even softer metal in there instead. One where they put an even harder
That's
metal.
just a slug. they fucked that one up.
It's designed to mash, not to withstand the impact.
Correct. Yeah, no, they're all.
It is supposed to get
That's right.
mushed.
They are all hollow points, regardless of whatever stupid title some of them get given. They're all hollow point rounds.
Mhm. Oh yeah, the teeth rounds.
I mean, let's face it. You can fill it.
Glazer. That's
Okay,
the
yeah.
thing.
Like, let's face it. You could fill a shotgun shell with drill bits. It would be just as effective.
Yeah, I've actually seen that video.
What was that? Demolition Ranch?
Something like that, yeah, where they test out different types of shot. There's one where they made it entirely out of the tiny little magnets.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about because I watched those videos as well. Because I was out. In fact, after playing this game, that's
Yes.
the kind of bullet I was talking about. This kind of thing. These things.
Yeah, those
They're
are hollow
designed
points.
to like break apart, not just flatten out, but break apart into like pointy shrapnel.
Oh, those aren't called hollow points because they are actually more effective than a regular.
Of course they
hollow
are,
point.
but they're still
much more violent.
basically hollow points. They fall into the same category of what the fucking bullet does. It just is a good
Yeah.
hollow point. Yeah, I mean, the way that the dice work in this, you'd think a hollow point would change your dice numbers, but there's no realistic jump between a 2d6. Like, I can't just make your gun 2d7 and then take away like a crit percentage because all guns fire at 20 by 2 anyway. for crits. So you could say hollow point, but it wouldn't do anything for your numbers.
It does actually.
Is there a hollow point round modifier in D20 Modern?
There are rules for different weapon.
-1 on attack rolls if they have any armor, but +1 circumstance bonus on damage.
Okay.
Which is really lame compared to what they actually should be, but...
Yeah, well, you'd think instead it would improve the critical threshold at a cost of base damage. But anyway...
No, it should definitely improve base damage, and hollow points are specifically weak against armor. This is one of the rules I've actually gotten right from a real-world perspective.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hollow points are not good if you have body armor.
Correct.
I mean, it's still a bullet. It's still gonna knock you on your ass when it hits you, but it's not gonna.
Probably not, actually.
Really?
Yeah, that's mostly the placebo effect from Hollywood movies.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
getting
really?
shot doesn't have enough force to knock you down.
So long as the bullet actually exits you, no way that physics would actually have you knocked down.
There's
if
not
it
enough
stops
force.
inside you, then yes, all
Not
of its
enough
force has been
force.
imparted to you and you'll
Yeah.
probably fall over. But anyway,
That's
sorry.
why the 45 is not known. However, 45 moves so slowly, it's actually not known to penetrate. It's to penetrate all the way through.
No. Faster
so
rounds
big.
means better penetration.
Which is
Yeah.
much worse, really. 'cause
Oh, it's the rip bullet. I guess that's what it's called, actually.
Gross.
The rest in peace. That's funny.
That's a horrifying idea. They aren't bound by The Hague.
Oh yeah, the US military never signed a full half of the Hague Conventions.
I don't even know what that is.
That's the thing that restricts humane warfare. People famously say Geneva, but Geneva was actually only about prisoners of war. Hague was about what you could actually use in guns and bombs and so on. And the US refused to sign. But by international convention, they have abided by it, but they're not legally obliged
Yeah.
to. If a
They don't
US
have to
general
follow.
told
You
his
know what?
troops to,
That doesn't surprise me.
go and buy 1,000 hollow points each and use them, he wouldn't, legally speaking, be a war criminal.
It would be frowned upon,
It
but
really doesn't surprise me that we haven't done that. Like, haven't signed that whole entire thing. It really doesn't surprise me.
No. The only part of the
I mean, I
only
don't
part of
think-
The Hague that the American forces have ever signed off on was related to chemical weapons and dirty bombs. But also not nuclear weapons, so that's fun.
yeah, there is a. I mean,
Well,
there
If
is a
your nukes
To
are
be
sloppily
fair,
built,
nuclear
they're
weapons
covered
are
by The
not
Hague.
Splitting hairs. Shit.
I just want to say The Hague did what after World War One, so the nuclear.
It's true, nuclear weapons were never in it, but dirty bombs were.
Oh yeah, definitely. Any biological weapons and sound weapons is covered by The Hague.
Oh yes.
Which we signed against that too.
You don't want to kill someone with a brown noise grenade.
The two Hague Conventions were pre-World War One, even.
They were ignored in World War One, though, weren't they?
Yeah.
By everyone.
Yes.
Well,
Some parts of them were, some parts of them weren't. Nobody used dum-dum bullets in World War One.
Okay. What is about modern? What is
dum-dum
about D20 Urban Arcana that gets us into like very long weapon tangents? I don't even fucking care. I don't mind.
I don't know.
I know,
mean,
it's the
it's
best
just
part.
part of it, really.
It's 90% me. You'll just start talking about a thing and then I'll just know far more about it than sensible.
Dude, let's face it, a brown note grenade would be amazing. just drop fire in the hole. Your hole specifically.
Actually, that's perfectly fine. That's a non-deadly
No, it's a sound weapon.
That's
You can't use that. It's a sonic. It's a sonic round.
Actually,
Nope.
You get higged.
that's not. Yeah, that brown note was enough to kill Kenny. So
True.
Oh,
A weapon that could reasonably make people shit themselves through sound oscillations is indeed covered by the Hague.
I figured
Darn.
it was non-deadly.
And that is one of the few things that the US has taken advantage of not being covered in the Hague Convention for. Although I don't believe they've actually deployed it, the US military has developed audio-based.
Yeah, no, they've
weaponry.
constructed sound anti-riot technology.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
And yeah, it's pretty nasty too. Well, nasty.
In gross capital N because everyone shits themselves. Actually, no, if I remember rightly, it was synesthesia, audio, hallucination, and sickness.
The one that I've seen on the Future Weapon Tech guy on the military channel, it described the sensation as being, for a crowd, it's like having a light sunburn. If it's concentrated on one person, it's the equivalent of being like getting sun blisters.
Yep.
And that could be up to like 400 feet away.
No, there's a different one that's oscillation based and it makes you sick. Very sick.
Yeah. Like that.
I remember watching Future Weapons. That was a cool show.
Regardless. So you guys make your put. Oh, who'd we lose?
Anyway.
Oh no.
that would be straight back to me.
He'll be going for
Oh yeah, of course.
Uh,
Indeed, he said, we haven't signed the fucking Human Rights Act like the rest of democratic nations. Jesus, is that true? Has the US not signed the Human Rights Act? Is that really an actual thing?
Though what's weird is that we've far exceeded usually a lot of that.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. We have the ability to be brutal, we just choose not to.
Yeesh.
We once did win a war so badly that we felt bad for them and gave it all back. That is a thing that happened.
Yeah.
Of course, it not having been illegal in that nation at the time that it happened hasn't stopped people being prosecuted from it. Cough. Nuremberg. Cough.
Very true. Who's the guy who drank poison after being discovered a war criminal?
You're thinking of Gary. I think of a lot of.
No, the one who very recently.
No. It was
like a week ago.
That was the one of the generals of the Bosnian
Right,
army.
that was it. He was the one who wasn't concentration camps; it was open air murders. I forget what he got up to. It was a bunch of shit. He was 70 years old, got tried as a war criminal for life, and then drank cyanide in front of everyone, live on the air.
Ow, that's painful. Ow.
wow.
There's footage of
guess
it.
there's
He did it like literally last week
On
camera.
Yeah. Ooh.
In the middle of his
that's-
hearing, after being tried, he drank it and then said, "I am not a war criminal," and then sat slowly down again. And they were like, "Yeah, he died in the way to hospital." It was pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
Very cowardly as well.
cyanide.
It wasn't in the. It wasn't in the middle of his trial. It was.
Oh, it was
after
post-hearing.
having served. Yeah, it was after 5 years of his sentence, 3 years of appealing, and yeah, as like the appeal court found that the claims of a mistrial were false, and and he killed himself.
Yep. Live on air.
There is actually it was, I don't remember if it was live, but it's definitely videotape of a senator killing himself, like putting a gun underneath his chin and pulling the trigger, like on television.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Mm.
Let's get off the subject and on to guns.
Yeah, so, what would you like this gun to be? Besides +1, is there a specific quality that you would like it to have? Oh my god, my computer wants me to restart for Windows updates. Postpone.
Fuck no.
I was like, why is it reinstalling driver software all of a sudden? Oh, that's why. Because even though I've constantly told it, fuck off, I don't want to do an update right now, it still went ahead and did it.
don't you want to have the latest update in Windows? Windows thinks you should.
Fuck off.
Which OS are you using, Scout?
Not 10.
Still 7?
Yeah.
Here's to still using 7.
I'm worried about the day they make this operating system defunct. Hey, there we go, I've got the fucking drivers for my high-definition audio back. That would be why I was experiencing random cuts. I'm sorry if that came through on the stream. It was just reinstalling all my audio. Yeah, it was reinstalling all my audio drivers. Like, all the HD, output and input, all of that shit. I don't want 10. It's half of it's bloatware. I know that most of it works fine, but half of it's just fucking bloat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can confirm.
Oh well.
Let me see.
Oh god, it's still lagging because it wants me to
What?
update. Fuck off. Go away.
A +2 is a +2 to hit and damage. I don't think overcoming any DR starts until +3.
Correct, apart from the
But-
classic, they are defensive against magic weapons, big air quotes. +3 will then start doing things like cold iron, silver, and... something. Cold iron, silver, and something.
Adamantium?
No, adamantium is
No,
4.
adamantium is 5.
Oh, is it 5? I thought it was 4.
Is it only
I think it's
4?
only 4. There's nothing else that I can think of that falls into 4. 5 is like the end tier of all enchantments. I'm pretty sure before that it's 4.
It's either 4 or 5 that's alignment based, and adamantium is the other one.
Yeah, alignment must be on 5, because that's also when all the holy and unholy weapons appear, like the Holy Avenger and shit like that. So yeah, 4 is adamantium.
Fair enough. Yeah. Unless we go on to like level 20 and Simon builds right, we're probably not going to be getting 4s or 5s anyway. So.
Yeah, no.
I mean, the only way to build right would be me just continually dropping levels into Mage, which honestly was already my plan.
No, you have to also get levels in Artificer.
If you get Artificer, you will also need an Arcane Forge and the materials, and the materials for those kinds of enchantments are so astoundingly expensive that they are what we call in this setting unique. So for instance, if you wanted to get a +3 weapon and it wasn't a drop, it would cost you probably about 40 purchase DC. Because they're unique. Because you can only do that if you have an Arcane Forge and materials that are generally more expensive than any kind of weapon or tool you're putting the enchantment on in the first place.
Just add more barrels.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, if you
As
really
you
want a
see-
+4 weapon that bad, just get extra guns and learn how to fire them all at once.
See, with this simple step, you can turn 1 gun into 5 guns. No, 5
Become
guns into 1
With
gun.
the cubic rifle.
Become Bayonetta.
Oh my god, oh, hang on a moment. Let's see.
Just become Bayonetta. You'll be fine.
Yeah. So yes, M1911 standard purchase DC is 15. You are wishing to have it ordered specifically for you. That does make it quite expensive. Are you looking for +1 or +2?
+2, but with a magical effect.
Okay, so +2 can have 2 + 1
I
magical
think
effects or 1 + 2 magical effect.
I think I found Mahara's next project.
Doesn't it need at least a +1 mod? Scott?
Not really in this system. It's kind of loosey-goosey.
Ooh.
So you can have a +2 or 2 + 1s.
I like this
Yeah,
system.
I know, right? Oh my god, that is Is that just all fucking... Oh, okay, yeah, it's a...
No,
like
that's just
5
4
it's
AK.
That is a
five
Gatling
more.
AK.
I thought it was 5 of
Yes.
them. Also got into one thing.
No, there
No,
isn't.
That
That's
is
just
5
five.
AKs.
There's
For
5
some
of
reason,
them.
only 3 of them have
Oh
muzzle
my
brakes on them.
I count 5
Yes.
barrels.
No, wait,
Yes,
there's
There
6
is-
AKs.
that is 6
actually.
AKs.
6?
That is 6 A.
Where's the
Six.
6th?
It's in...
It's
It's
in
in
the
the-
like the very front. You can only just barely make it out
Oh,
on the
there
front
is.
and on the
There
back.
is 6. Oh my
There-
god.
Oh,
That's
there's turret
disgusting.
down there?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, and for some reason, only 3 of them have muzzle brakes.
Well,
Weird.
I mean, with that much
I mean, no, they
weight,
don't need any muzzle
You
brakes.
don't need more than
I
3.
mean, you don't fucking need any. I guess it's just so your gun doesn't
Okay.
warp its barrels by trying to fire 6 machine guns strapped to each other at once.
I sort of want Mahira to be saying that over the phone, and I just look like a guy. Never mind. I found something better.
guys! I just strapped 6 AK-47s together. I made a Gatling AK. It's the greatest thing ever.
1 second, I gotta fire it in my garage. I broke the garage.
That'd be a great defensive turn if we could hard screw it down. But here, you could fire it. If we hard screw it down.
No, she needs to just have a switch to hold the buttons, because she's anywhere near touching it when she fires, it just breaks little wrists.
I'll just stick it with one of those cool automatic rotators with a camera on it to be a like a robot arm.
Okay, so yes, there is someone else, by the way, who can, of course, do +2 equipment themselves. That is Archmage Tinkara, well, Grandius Tinkara, Gnome Wizard.
Specifically, I bring him up because it says capable of creating equipment of +2 at cost.
With modifiers subject to detail, to initiating a deal. So if you have resources that can help pave the way, then it will make things a lot easier. For instance, just getting an enchantment tends to add +2 cost to a tool. So instead of all the other costs implicit, aka when you were getting +1 weapons, it was 3. If it's +2 weapons, it's 5. It's just +2 each time. So an M1911 +2, assuming you had magical shit to throw at him, would just cost you 17 purchase DC. It saves you 1.
Yeah. And I'm just saying, I'm going to be sending my guns along with some bones of immense magical power to him. If you want to jump on the bandwagon, that will probably save you money.
Yeah, that actually sounds much better.
Okay, so are you just going to have your M1911 sent in the box, or would you like to just buy a pistol here to have bunged in?
Would that actually be cheaper?
I mean, it's going to just take 2 purchase DC off of you for the enchantment. No, it would be. I mean, it would be cheaper if you put in your own gun. You would be without your M1911 for, I think it's a week and a half.
Yeah.
But then you would get your gun
2
weeks as a 2 full. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You would be without your pistol for
probably
2
just-
weeks, but it saves you a purchase DC. Or I mean, or you could just order a gun and it turns a 15 DC gun into 22 because you're ordering it specifically. It would be 20 if it had a +2 enchantment already
Right.
there.
Remember, Sandra uses a 1911 custom? So that's base DC 16.
Okay, so yeah, it would be 23 to get the gun ordered specific, whereas instead it will cost you 2 purchase DC just off the fucking bat. Bam, done, and you can have it +2 specific to what you wanted.
That sounds. Yeah, sort of like the one that the Dr. Hunter's
Okay,
doing.
so yeah, you can pop your gun in the box.
It's a bit. Yeah.
Okay then, so what +2 enchantment would you like? Now, there are a number of different ones. There are ones that deal a shit ton more damage when you crit people. There are ones that, let's have a look here. That's melee only, no, it's no good to you. There's stuff like the cop killing gun, the anarchic weapon. It increases its bonus against anything of a lawful alignment and stealing negative levels off of people occasionally. Yeah, there's all the crit ones like corrosive, flaming, cold, lightning. There's dispelling, so when you crit someone, it dispels magical enchantments on them, as per Greater Dispel. What's Furyborn? That's a melee only. Same Furyborn is dope as fuck. I think there's Impact, which knocks people over. Dealing damage as if kinetic weapons, impact weapons deal damage as though the rounds were size category larger.
For a bullet, that's sort of terrifying. Would that just make it from a 1d6 to a 1d8?
Yeah, just increases dice. There is, let's see here, invigorating. Anytime you drop a living foe, either you kill it or drop it to negative hit points, you gain temporary hit points, and it will remove any fatigue, or it will reduce all your fatigue by 1 step and grant you a +2 morale bonus to attack rolls until the next turn. Which is okay, but it's only till the next turn. It's not great.
Yeah, that's not great.
There's phase locking, so targets shot by your weapon can't teleport away.
That sounds pretty cool.
Negating.
Are these the +2?
These are +2 modifications. There is negating, which you can pick a damage reduction type to ignore specifically. And it will reduce that damage reduction by 5 points for a round every time you hit them with it. So say you chose a gun of negating magic resistance. If you shot something and it had DR 5 magic, it would have DR 0 magic until like your next turn.
Okay, and it would only be that one that I chose when I make the gun.
Yes, you do have to choose a DR, so it would be like you could go as far as like chaotic or lawful or neutral or magic or good or evil. Like you can pick those ones as well. Like any of those, you can pick them, and you'll be able to steal 5. Well, not steal. You can remove 5 DR of that type from the target hit. That's another option.
That's not a bad one. It's pretty cool, but
let's see here.
Let me see.
What was it? Unholy, I think. Unholy. It deals an extra 2d6 to good creatures. Likewise, holy, extra 2d6 to evil creatures.
Nah, it'd be better just to have that. Well, then again, they might not have to. I sort of like some of the typical. Is it the same? I don't know if they're different than Pathfinder. I know the actual, like, say a flaming one actually just deals 1d6.
Those are +1 special abilities. You could pick 2 elements of +1 and bung them on your gun. With your stuff, you're told there'll be excess from 2. Your magic stuff won't cost you anything. It'll cost Sandra too, just because she's throwing on her gun.
Okay.
Yeah, you could pick 2 +1 special qualities instead of having 1 +2. So you could add if you really wanted to be weird, you could pick Flaming and Frost. It just deals 1d6 fire, 1d6 cold every time you hit someone as well.
Yeah, I have a frost fire gun.
God. Sandra, please no becoming the Lich King.
You can pick Keen. So your threat range improves.
You could, isn't there like a lightning one? You could have
shocking
fire lightning bullets.
Yeah, you could do fire lightning.
I thought about fire. Fire lightning does sound pretty fucking awesome.
Taser bullets.
Yep. Taser tracers.
I have an actual taser on hand.
This is very useful.
It's between the fire and lightning or the impact.
As I say, impact will raise the dice, so it's 2d8 now. It becomes 2d10. If it's 2d6, it becomes 2d8, etc. And then there's the option of picking 2 element types and throwing them on, or picking an element and a crit threat, or picking an element and concealment, ignoring, all that kind of shit. All sorts.
The elements would stack, right? Like they'd both add 1d6 for each one, or what that?
Oh, that actually sounds pretty. She sounds pretty awesome. I was just going to go straight for 1 elemental, but...
Yeah, you could grab 2 elements and literally add 1d6 for each type that's bunged on it.
Yeah. I like the lightning. I like the lightning and fire. Just the combo of those is almost like getting hit by a plasma gun.
All right, I'm just gonna add a quick note here to Tinkerer's sheet. Sandra has put in her 1911 custom for flaming
gonna
and
be a monster.
shock
That'd be like
enchant.
46 off, like for any type of damage, just regularly. Like that gun you're making is gonna be insane, since it'll do 46 as a base damage.
Correct. Although 2 of them are element types, and some people can be resistant to some shit. But you know.
Yeah.
Right, but
Yeah.
still 46.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's very good. Yeah, it's command word activated. You can use 2 such enchants at a time. You don't have to switch between them. You just say both command words. You can also choose, which element. Oops, shit. You can do, yeah. You can choose to have one active, or you can have both active. You just be like in Fuego and in Friga or whatever the fuck you want to use as your command words, and then your guns will shoot those. And you can have one turned on or one turned off, or both, or whatever. It's a good gun.
I'm gonna have. Yeah, that's a pretty awesome gun. Yeah.
And since Sandra is sending her gun away, are we as a collective and deciding to take some downtime rather than do either of these jobs? Or is Sandra
Taking her M14 onto a boat.
or to the Pope?
A boat does sound cool.
Or to the Pope. Are you taking an M14 to the Pope?
Yes, I'd like to join your religion. What do you have? It's my rifle.
Also, the reality is, if the box is actually being sent yet, all of my guns are going with it.
All of them? Oh, fuck. Oh, right, yeah.
My +3 masterwork and my +2 masterwork are.
That's right. You're getting a literal.
Be going off in the box.
Yeah, you're getting a literal +3 and a +2 in return.
Oh, wait, my custom is a +3.
He's sort of eating. Sorry, Dr. Hunter is sort of eating the cost by putting in a very enchanted object. You're not getting another like. That most of that's going to go into a +3. Like, that's rare.
Yeah, I understand that. Yeah.
So,
if I learned fairy magic, I could use that bracelet to make a weapon.
Yeah.
I could use that
What
to
I want to
enchant
know
something.
is this going to be setting up for the near future after one job, or are we are we taking downtime for the guns to come back and passing on the 2 jobs currently on the board? Because as much as I have gotten terrifying amounts of power, I would really rather not do a job completely without a gun.
Didn't you guys have like backup guns already, like MP5s and shit?
Do you want to borrow one of my
P90s?
machine pistols?
I got a
You guys have so many guns.
I'm no good at those.
Can't you just buy a...
You have personal, don't you? Personal fire underwear? You could use them.
But I can use them, but I won't be able to hit people, and hitting people is, useful.
Why can't you hit people?
Because, I am a multi-classed abomination, and my BAB is the thing that suffered from that. And without my, dedicated feats, I'm really bad at actually hitting.
your BAB is being supplemented by having feats for weapon focus, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
My BAB at level 12 is 6. With a gun that is either not masterwork or not the one I have invested feats in, I have a 7 to hit.
Wow.
Admittedly, this also gives me an AC 29, so Yeah.
Crumble.
You're also unhittable.
You're unhittable. You could be very much an unstoppable force, immovable object situation developed between you and some other target, just waiting to see who crits first.
I mean, you're also
So,
the
so your
healer,
baby
though,
is
so-
7. Yeah, is what you said?
Yeah, +7.
Yeah.
I have plus
My-
4.
That's because you're also multiclassed into mage, the character with no baby.
Yeah.
No,
Fair
no,
enough.
no. My BAB total is a 6. My ranged attack is a 7.
Because of your dex, yes.
Mm.
Yeah, to be fair, Simon is
It's a
also not
weird-
good at hitting things. He didn't pick weapon focus
I mean,
feats.
I had. Let's see.
Yeah, no.
I
I'm
do have-
multi-classed into like 2 different other things, like smart, field, and mage.
Oh!
That's all I've got.
Yeah, he's got
Two.
2 multi-classes. He
Two.
can't hit for shit.
Oh, let
Yeah,
me tell you
I
my
still-
class
This is true.
combo.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Smart 3, Fast 2, Dedicated 2, Acolyte 4, Scientist 1.
What the fuck?
I have
Dr. Hunter?
5 classes!
Alright, that's a
Okay?
lot.
That's
I'm
a
glad
lot.
you picked field
Literally
tactics,
feats
because
carry
that's
Dr.
the
Hunter's
first
ability to
level
hit.
violence is good.
At my
I-
next level up, I'm going to get a 6th class.
Oh my god.
Why? What class?
Abomination. What do you
Oh,
mean you pick?
that'll be the, prestige class that, gives me a plus 10 on all of my, well, that treats me as my
Oh, the
character level on
Ecclesiarch.
all cast level things. Yeah, the Ecclesiarch. The thing that since
Ecclesiarch.
I...
Yep.
Yeah, the total spellcasting that has a really good ability that the Archmage is fucking ridiculous that doesn't have it.
Yep. It's
Yeah.
silly. The Ecclesiarch is really funny because it literally pays off. It's like all this time you spent jumping between multi-classes. Like, I'm not gonna lie, every time I've played D20 Modern, I've gone like 6 into fast and then 6 into a prestige, and that's generally done me just fine. But it's totally legitimate to multi-class and multi-class and multi-class and pick feats to supplement being shit at stuff. And then you get to a prestige class that nullifies all of your shittities, and that would be when your cast level becomes your character level.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's fine for divine
I would actually,
casters.
yeah,
Doesn't work for arcane casters.
I would petition for you to use the Ecclesiarch's total casting for Archmage as well. Because otherwise that's just gonna shit on Amzal forever.
I might do.
Like I wasn't even planning to go to Archmage because of that first one. Cause like here's what total spell casting is for Archmage. Count all character caster levels when determining the Archmage caster level.
Yeah. Like, the issue with Archmage is that it's very much if you started as a Shadow Kind with the ability to have magical casting stats as your beginning anyway.
Right.
It's because the idea of the Arcane is, like, the Arcane is a learned skill, compared to the Divine, which is a granted skill. So when you make it to Ecclesiarchy, the god gives you essentially everything that you are owed. Like, essentially, your faith has been paid off in bounds of power, whereas the Archmage has always been like you educate yourself to this stature, this state that you've put yourselves in. If only because, like, enemies that you've gone up against have had the Archmage class, but that hasn't meant that their caster level has been their character level. Otherwise, they would have fucking killed you with level 5 spells. It did go both ways.
Yeah. No. Like it doesn't mean you can
Neither
cast
are
level 5.
Yeah.
It means that, like, you have a effective caster level of your character level. So stuff like magic weapon to last 1 round per level would now last your character level.
Oh, you only get a field
1
modifier.
minute per
Yes. I was going to say,
Right,
like, because
right.
I had, indeed, one of the wizards you fought was part Archmage, and I was like, what would have been like if they had Archmage from the fucking beginning? They would have been throwing level 5 at you guys. It was just stupid. I was like, oh, is that well as balanced? Of course, I realise now I've cocked a couple numbers up in the past, but whatever. Yeah, let's see here.
Well, when we next level up, we can discuss it.
Sure.
more. I still feel bad about getting to roll Cure at like 2d4 plus 10 while Amzal is like rolling 2 magic missiles.
Oh, it's fine. I did it to myself.
Badow.
Yep, you
I mean,
could have been a
that's
divine
what really
caster.
hurts.
You could have joined Cleric Master Race.
if we're going to go on a boat covered in Shadowkind and we don't really have to be disguised in what we are, you could use one of my Diamondbacks. They're both Mastercraft 2s,
Mastercraft
and they
weapon.
have laser
A
sights on
Mastercraft
them.
weapon happens to be sized for the wielder, and you have small hands. Wait, no, is it
Well-
Mastercraft 3 that is when it's customized to the player's size? Or is it 2?
I did
think
not.
it's 2 and 3.
I didn't
actually,
realize. What is
yeah.
that? I don't know. What that is.
For instance, a Mastercraft
Okay.
1 weapon means that it is a weapon of exceptionally high quality. From 2 and upwards, a
Yes.
Mastercraft weapon has also been sized so that it's not only of perfect quality, it's perfectly built for you, the user. So, for instance, Hunter's Mastercraft armor is built specifically for Hunter's stature. Very literally, if anyone else were to wear it, it wouldn't even be Mastercraft to them because it would be uncomfortable. It's not been fitted for you.
Huh. I did not realize that's what Mastercraft.
Yeah,
is.
your +2 Mastercraft weapons are sized to you.
I see. Well, okay. Oops. Sorry. Well, sorry, Dr. Hunter. But I want to go on a boat ride. I don't even know what the
Me
boat ride is
too.
for.
I sort of want to go on a boat ride.
What is the boat ride?
I put no details in there. It's like, yeah, boats!
But magic
Boat.
pirates, ghost pirates, ships, treasure, booty.
Let me see.
Are
I
we
got a
taking a
combat
channel
level.
again?
You know what? Let's call up about that job, get what details we can, and I mean, if Scout allows me, I can level Tanil up to like
You
maybe
were 10
10 or 11.
Oh, god damn it. Yeah.
The return of
Alright,
Tal.
maybe 10.
It turns out Dr. Hunter is just afraid of boats.
This whole time, he just hates boats.
I'm not gonna confirm or deny that.
Alright, give me a moment.
That's the secret thing.
Character Tanel the Not Boat Scared. Players.
Tanil Aradov. That was his name.
What was the spelling of Aradov?
Oh my god.
A-R-A-D-O-F? V?
They are. This is back
Oh,
from
no,
his,
yes, it was V.
level 5+1 sheet.
Yep. The players' journals. Sandy can be edited, man. Sandy. Save. There you go. You should have a character sheet available to you.
I mean, I'm not gonna fill out the roll 21 because fuck that shit, it's broken as hell.
It's just so I can tie a token to it. When, like, if you can throw some numbers on it, then that'd be great. But otherwise, I don't give a shit.
Okay.
Oh, hey, I got a spare 1911 just hanging around.
Neat.
Yeah, I have so many
Health.
guns. So,
I don't know what to do with all these 1911s.
Sa-
also, I'm gonna use the other. I got given a present, a raging bull. I'm gonna fucking use it.
Fair. Very fair.
3d6. Holy crap!
It's a nice gun.
Yeah, that's a nice gun. Heaven forbid I have to reload it though.
Click, click, click.
I'm used to having more rounds than this.
Oh, I just love the feeling of sliding a bullet into a well-oiled chamber. Keen, are you doing laundry?
But yeah,
No, I'm not.
I heard like a click, click, click idly. Is that like stuff rotating inside a dryer or a washer?
That is exactly what that is.
God, I'm sad.
I mean, I recognize it too.
Okay, cool.
I just chose not to say anything. That's definitely. I want to say that's definitely a dryer because that is not.
It's not sloshy
It is a
enough.
dryer.
Yeah.
yeah. Before we decide, did the boat job have a phone number attached that we can call
Why,
when we all get back to the castle?
Yes, it does.
So, unless anyone else had anything to do, I vote we just fast forward to us all settling in back at Drimnar and making that call.
I mean, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. Eventually, if we're going to wait around and do downtime, then I will start researching into stuff as well.
That means I get to go see Lana again.
Mhm.
Yay.
How has Lana been while we've been away?
Not just
Been gone for how
Lana,
long?
Sandra's daughter too.
What's Sandra's daughter's name? I forget.
Is Sandra's daughter already
Mhm.
born?
Name.
Oh.
Come on, Rob.
Sterling.
That's right. Her name is
Sterling.
Bologna. His
What
name
is
is Bologna Sterling Ruth.
Okay.
Bologna. Yeah.
Okay, so it's not Egbert.
No.
Can I ask you to change that then?
Where does it say Egbert?
On room 6.
Oh.
Egbert. There we go. Yeah. Bologna.
Excellent. But yes, the return. Lana is delighted when the door opens and in steps an admittedly probably still feeling kind of sick and shitty Mihara.
Yeah, still feeling kind of gross.
Shade wanders in, she's wearing sunshades and trying not to like look at sources of light while she rubs her face.
Oh.
But you are tackle hugged most rightly and squeezed.
Oh.
Hello. Welcome
Aw.
back.
Were you a good girl while Mom was
Of
gone?
course, I'm the goodest girl. I've been helping
That's...
Bella.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and she'll point to another child who is currently sat at a table and trying, like, squinting at a book. And that book is being read through by Vanessa Hunter, Dr. Hunter's sister. She will look up at your arrival and smile. It's a pleasure to see you all again. Welcome back.
It's good to see you again too. Yeah, we're back from work.
I can't help but notice that you've hatched another child.
Oh yeah, Sandra's.
Oh, okay, so it's not one of yours.
No,
Oh,
not
okay.
me. Not this one.
She'll look at Bluna and give her head a pat gently. She's doing fine. It's strange, actually, almost. A lot of the stuff that Lana has been taught and had to, be introduced to, Luna seems to be quite adept in as well. Is it some kind of shadow kindy thing?
Really? I mean, I guess they are sisters.
I mean, I can see the resemblance, but I just figured that might have actually been unintentional racism. And she'll squint at the other child who will squint back. Just shrug helplessly. Hard to say, frankly. Belle is indeed 2 days old. There's, like, sat on the table, like, scattered amongst all of these books and writing equipment is, like, a soup bone that looks like it's been half gnawed on as well.
Aww. Yeah.
Oh, I remember when Lana was 2 days old.
She'll look up at you.
I was feeding her cold cuts, and she was climbing all over everything. Oh, it was great.
Lana will blink slowly. But I do that now still.
Well, yes, but
And it's still adorable.
Yeah.
yeah.
Looks smug at that.
No.
How was the mission?
Oh, it was good. It was good. It was cold outside, but it was fine. It was nice. I liked it. There was a cave. There were the police, and then there was a cave, and there were all these little fairies that I called up. I called up hundreds of little fairies. It was the coolest thing ever. And then there was a cave, and these giant spiders.
Big spiders? What do they do? Did they bite
Big
you?
spiders. Yes. A lot of us got bitten, and then we had to go to the hospital after the job was done. That's why we don't feel so good. It's kind of gross feeling.
She'll frown at that as you try in vain to, like, skip past, and that's why we went to the hospital. She'll, like, clamber up to you a little bit closer and then, like, look you in the eyes and give you a sniff over. Got hurt again.
Don't worry, they're cured. I made sure of it.
Oh, just a teeny tiny little bit, itsy bitsy little bit.
Doesn't look 100% convinced.
I'm gonna give her a big hug. It's okay. I'm okay.
She'll grumble.
I'll be fine tomorrow.
Okay.
I'll be all better. My tummy ache will go away. I'm sure.
Okay. She'll, like, essentially just sort of plant herself up on your hips and wrap her tail around as well for extra support. Lamprey onto your front.
I'll hold on to her. There was also a witch and a bunch of children who had been turned into bunny rabbits.
Are they okay?
Yeah, we brought them to a wizard to get to turn back into people.
We?
Like,
I
mean,
and Hassie.
I didn't do it. Ash did. But he brought them back to a wizard to turn them back into normal people again.
Isn't Simon a wizard?
I am, yes.
Yeah, but this was a super duper double wizard.
She looked so. You should try being one of those.
Yes, Simon, you should be a double wizard.
I will definitely try to become one. Don't worry. Give me time.
I'm working on it.
Okay. Yes, Sandra will take a little bit longer to arrive. She'll be back before Dr. Hunter finishes his shift at the hospital. But it'll be after the rest return, because they didn't need to take a detour.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna probably reach into my back. I'm gonna so while Lana can hang on to me just fine. I don't need to hang on to her. I'm just gonna like grab some stuff, leftovers from our mission, and I'm gonna unwrap a Jolly Rancher and like just put it into her mouth.
Yeah, her tongue will like unravel slowly for you to just place it onto before like rolling back into her mouth. And then you get a smooch.
So, I have a question. How long has Vanessa been in my employment for? I think it's been like a month.
Your
Something
employment?
now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Mahira actually pays her fee. Or paid her fee.
Which is exactly what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking it's time to give her paycheck.
Yep. Dr. Hunter had no idea it was Vanessa either for like half of a month of Vanessa's employment.
Yeah, they just didn't see each other at all. And then there was the day that they met.
And then I get to make my players squirm. It's the best.
Yes.
Eventually the other sibling will turn up and it'll get even more awkward. And I dread the day you bring out the Hunter parents.
Oh no, I can't wait for the Hunter parents. Because of course one's going to be wondering when you're going to give us some grandbabies. No, I'm kidding. No. They're very Christian, not very Jewish.
They're very strict Catholic.
Sorry, yes, it's Catholic Christian.
We go settle down, get a nice girl, and get us some grandbabies.
So they still want the grandbabies.
They do, but they wanted to be brought up properly, you see.
Yes, Bob.
They ought to marry. When are you going to get married?
Yeah, when are you going to get married?
In a big church marriage. We'll have all of our best friends come to it as well.
When are you going to stop disappointing us by doing work? When are you going to get into teaching?
That's
Donovan?
exactly
That's
it.
what this family was made for. Get into it
Yes,
now.
exactly. It's all well and good, Dr. Hunter, that you've become a big shot surgeon and doctor. But you should be teaching those skills to others, like our family has done for generations hence.
Yeah. Dr. Hunter's dad is a professor. There's going to be so much judgment. And
I mean, let's face it though, Dr. Hunter could become a
shouldn't-
Reverend Dr. Hunter. If you really tried.
Reverend Dr.
That would fucking
Hunter.
shut your parents up.
I mean, that was
Oh yeah,
was
that would
actually
they would.
something I had considered in downtime, but no, it got skipped over.
Let's be fair, downtime went on for a while.
Well, yes, but I mean, I didn't get to do the thing I wanted.
No, I apologize. Next time, you can become the Reverend Dr. Hunter. Isabella Sandra's already prepared to meet Dr. Hunter's parents as an alcoholic. Hi, Dr. Hunter's parents. It's good to meet you.
I mean, you should be fine. So
I heard-
Dr. Hunter, if you get married, you should not have an open bar and invite
Yeah.
Sandra.
So which one of you is the one who had the relationship with the shadow kind, had the shadow children's? Which one of you is the weird one? Come on. I see Vanessa's shadow sometimes it waves at me like she wants me to come hither. So which one is you? This just collapses.
I also
On the table.
distinctly recall on the doc I sent Scow and you okayed, but John's dad was a
Yep.
wizard.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Then it'll be like Simon turns up. I recognize some of the arcane arts. This is most unusual. Tell me, where did you study and train? I did LSD!
Training. I got my magic on a vision quest. And then I studied.
I'm just a crazy chemist, and I did a shit ton of LSD, and then my tiny midget selves all told me how to cast magic missile.
Yeah. I mean, auspicious beginnings, but hey, you gotta start somewhere.
Oh my god. Oh.
And Sandra, yeah, help me put it in my back.
More like suspicious beginnings.
Potato.
At what point will Sandra show them the giant scar she has from
What
her
scar?
back?
You regenerated.
What's
Oh, that's right. I regenerated it. I have a new middle spine.
And they just wail a chair over your back. You're like, didn't even fucking feel it.
God.
Just stab
Anyway,
myself with a knife.
Oh,
Hope the
Anyway.
knife doesn't
yeah,
break.
can't do DR to you. Okay, so yes.
Alright.
Next, of course, the one to turn up is indeed Sandra. And when you do so, your child will, like, notice as you're, like, still clearing through the door, catching up, like, yeah, I saw some fucking sweet guns. You got, like, a shopping bag with pistols in it. You just hand off an MP5
Oh,
to
yeah.
Mahara. It's-
I don't know about that. I totally do.
Does it have a little bow on it?
Sadly, they don't gift wrap at the warehouse, no.
Oh.
But it's in a nice ammo case.
Oh well.
Yeah, you also have a service works order where they're going to be delivering crates of ammunition to you, like, the next day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just some paperwork, basically.
Here's a new gun and all the bullets you could shoot. And then, yeah, your child will spring up from the table and scamper on over to you. Whereas Lana's clambering was very much like almost gecko-like, you know, the way it's very much across the floor and quick and scrambly. Her own is sort of like leaping hops is the best way to describe the way that she moves and approaches towards you. Instead, like, her tail is obviously still doing the same support role as Lana's one does. It's like, it's long as fuck, but she seems to use it more for, like, momentum than she does for, like, friction.
Oh, I was thinking probably, does it look like those weird ferret dances?
Sort of, you know the way that a gazelle would leap as opposed to watching a horse run? Like, those are the two, that's statistically how you would figure out the difference between the two of them. Like, her legs are hoppy, whereas Lana is a scrambler.
Oh, that's interesting. Not that Sandra probably notices this. That out of character is interesting. Sandra
Yeah,
probably.
yeah, fair.
Oh.
Yep, and she will bury her face into your waist and like nuzzle away.
I'm gonna definitely pick her up and give her a big hug.
Beep. And yeah, her tail will wrap its way around your body to hold her up, and she will hug back. It looks like at some point along the way that she's stolen a pair of reading glasses, and she'll like peer at you through them.
I don't even know. Does she need them? Or is that just to look cute?
It just look cute.
Oh.
Of course.
I'll try and sort of try and take it from her, but not really. Come on.
Yeah, you try,
Yeah,
and her
you
tail actually just like lifts them out of the way. Not a tail, sorry, her tongue lifts them out of the way.
Her tongue.
Mlem.
just sort of like happily laughing. It's come on.
Vanessa will snort. I was in yesterday, actually. I'm wearing contacts today after she stole my glasses then as well. She seems fond of them enough, I suppose. Yep.
Children usually are.
Yep. Malona will accept all the nose kisses. And then probably like just slime lick you in return. Mlem.
Also common.
Yep.
Seems babies are not species wide, or
Indeed, no. She is exceptionally childish and inquisitive. But yeah, no, there's like a definite intelligence to her eyes. Like if Mahara were there, then she'd probably notice the difference pretty exactly. Like Lana had these longer leaps to associate experience and understanding at the same rate. Bellona, although she isn't really talking, seems to have the same standard awareness of you and the world that one wouldn't really expect from a child normally.
no.
Did we roll stats for Bologna?
That is a good question.
I'm pretty sure we did. I remember we.
I'm
did.
pretty sure she
we
turned
did.
out to be like of wizard stats.
Yes, I'll have an apprentice in the
Let's see
future.
here. I'm
Yes.
Sterling Ruth. Oh no, she's common wisdom. Those are her two specialties.
Oh.
Strength 10, Dex 11, Con 17, Int 13, Wisdom 15, Charisma 11.
She takes after her mother on the con.
Yeah, no fucking kidding.
Actually,
Yeah.
oh my god, Lana's stats are almost exactly like Mahara's array. Actually,
Yeah, 8, 15, 9, 18, 6, 16. Her wisdom is actually due to go up because she's been a child now for a time. So one moment, that should now actually be 10.
Shit, let's see. Shit, strength, great dex, bad con, amazing intelligence, okay wisdom, and then good charisma.
Amazing intelligence, you say. And an
Yeah,
apprentice.
she is 18 int. It is her highest stat.
Lana is exactly this as intelligent as Mahara. Oh gosh.
Yeah, her wisdom isn't 6 anymore. I forgot to update that. She has indeed aged enough to have an understanding with which that she can actually apply her intelligence.
Yay.
She's a very smart
Mhm.
girl.
She is
She
smart.
so smart. Oh my god.
And through her assistance, Bellona has essentially developed and skipped ahead a few steps, such as it were. Not exactly sure how, and Vanessa has no fucking clue how this is the case, but essentially she picked up the same lesson books that Lana was doing, and Bellona was basically able to join in. And so she hasn't
Wow.
physically developed to the same level as Lana. She is a smaller tiefling, and she has not really developed a voice much more than noises.
Well,
I asked Vanessa, do you mind taking on a second student?
Oh no, I don't mind at all. If anything, it's kind of like just teaching the same student twice, as much as that sounds. It's not a problem, it just seems to keep them distracted, which is good enough in some cases.
Okay.
She shrugs helplessly. I mean, I'm usually a photographer. Like, this whole education thing was basically make a little extra money on the side, take advantage of the fact that I'm ingratiated with the shadow kind. A gig like this, I could get used to.
Speaking of money on the side, I think it's about time to actually give you your paycheck.
Oh yes, she will.
I will give her her
Yeah,
paycheck.
she will gladly accept.
It is I think it's one purchase DC. I think it's like one wealth bonus a month or something.
Yeah, it is.
That is very good long term, very good deal
Yeah,
for
I
her.
mean, eventually it'll become worth less, but Vanessa was, as she mentioned, a photographer, so she didn't have any money really to begin with, so a wealth bonus of 1 for her is a significant increase each time until it stops.
Making a waking a wealth bonus for a month just to live in a castle, stop by a castle and teach children
True.
in safety is pretty good.
It is a very niche job.
Very niche.
So, yeah, she gets to charge that much because it's a niche job. But yeah, no, her wealth bonus was somewhere along the lines of 3. So, I mean...
Well, that's Dr. Hunter.
Yeah,
Dr.
go
Hunter
figure. It's kind of strange that the other hunter also started as an incredibly poor person and they just didn't have student debt. It's because she's a photographer. They don't make fucking shit.
Nope.
I mean, John didn't have student debt. He had buying armor and an incredibly expensive gun debt.
This is true.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sandra bought basically a average gun, but fuck armor fighter, I need that.
You
for
bought duct tape.
I bought.
You bought enough rolls of duct tape to create ballistic armor.
Yeah.
Which after
Actual viable thing.
checking with YouTube, it turns out is 100% legitimate. So
Yeah.
fucking whatever.
And
All that adhesive and material. Oh my gosh.
sort of explains why her body is now basically like that of a tank.
It's trained. It's the Rasputin theory of enough assassination attempts against you fail, you become immune to bullets and poison. But yes, your daughter does have very similar constitutional benefits. And yeah, Vanessa is very glad to accept her paycheck. She will thank you with a warm smile. It takes her probably like another 10 minutes. She just wraps up the rest of her educational materials. And then we'll probably depart. Maybe like half an hour later, Dr. Hunter arrives with alcohol and pizza because he's the coolest.
Oh god. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
What?
Alcohol and small children.
So,
An American.
yeah. Given that John's arms are full, I'm gonna knock on the door.
Yeah, and you'll be answered by, "Ooh, Wodehouse."
Hello, Woodhouse. Are the children still up?
He'll pause. They're awake, yes. He'll like glance over his shoulder. It's entirely likely that, I don't know, how likely is it in fact that Mahara would be in just like the giant squishy beanbag chair with Alana on her, watching TV?
Well, after Vanessa's gone and things wind down, Shade probably
Is in bed.
goes to bed early. Is in bed, yeah. So I guess, what time is it?
Like 7 p.m.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Beanbag with cuddle time.
Yeah, Wodehouse will look over his ghostly shoulder. I know the Lady Lana is still awake, but Miss Bologna is still quite young. I believe she's currently asleep upstairs.
Ah, well... You know what? Why don't you be an absolute delight, Wodehouse? See this one? And I'll tap here, 3 down from the pile. See, this one is taken up to Balana's room.
Oh, it would be my pleasure. And then he will cautiously slide it out from the stack for you, forcing his hands to manifest a little extra weight. It's a lot easier to carry once it's just the one pizza box, but like sliding out from the others involves manipulating more weight than just the one box. But he gets it, and then we'll float it upstairs.
Yeah, just head on in with a stack of pizzas and a plastic bag that clinks with every step.
Yeah, Mahara's view of the TV is immediately interrupted by Lana's just body on her face, looking over Mahara's head and watching and sniffing.
Sniff,
Yeah.
sniff, sniff, sniff.
Foods.
I smell
Smell
food.
meat and cheese and grease. And she'll look down at you excited. Is that for me as well?
I think it's time for
Yes!
Let's go get
And she
dinner.
will scamper back and allow you up. In fact, probably help you up, because if I remember rightly, Mahara still has a day of feeling weak and shitty herself.
Yeah, but then after she gets up, and Meher will just like fly over Lana.
She'll pout and scamper.
I want to get it first.
No! Scamper.
In celebration of a job well done, and, well. Also, thanks to Simon for helping with, treating you all. Pizza and drinks, all on me.
Yay! Lana will give you a big ol' hug as well.
She'll get some headbands.
Mm.
And for you, Lana, have you had chocolate milk before?
She'll look over at her mother for a moment. Her mother, the fairy. And she'll, nod slowly. Yeah. Do you have more?
Yes, here you are.
She will...
And I'll give her
Yeah,
some.
she will happily accept.
Chocolate milk.
Yay. Yep. She's probably first into her chair amongst the group. Wodehouse will return and help set out drinks and all that such. And yeah, you're all able to get your pizza and booze on, making Real Life go very jealous because she's drinking paint thinner.
I'm sorry.
I'll get pizza at some point in the year, but I'll wait till I got more cash. Eventually, and I'm gonna gorge like a monster. Yeah. Okay.
Say,
Yes.
purely out of academic interest,
Sure.
how long would you say it takes you to go through a large pizza?
Depends what time of day. I've been known to make a large pizza disappear in anywhere between 20 minutes and 2 hours.
Wow.
So you don't normally have leftovers, huh?
Sometimes, very rarely, I will have. It doesn't say if I have leftovers, then I guess I don't really count. That's the 2 hours. It's get through half a pizza. I'm this is tomorrow's meal. But sometimes I can just make a whole large pizza disappear.
I did in fact mean the whole thing.
Oh, the whole thing? Yeah, anywhere between 20 minutes then and a whole extra day.
Goddamn.
And large pizza, if it's properly refrigerated, can last extra 2 days.
Yeah, usually. Unless it's got fish, I believe. In fact, it's 3 unless it's got fish. Then they only go for a day extra.
Well, I'll bear that in mind for you.
I see. Excellent. Yeah. In the imaginary world, where everyone already has way more money than they know how to spend, there's plenty of pizza and alcohol.
Yes.
Shade will muster some effort and scramble out of bed. She's wearing the laziest looking dressing gown you've ever seen.
I was going to bring some up to you.
I should get out of bed anyway. At least a little bit, otherwise I'll get lazy. Then Lana will give her a hug and she'll pat her on the head. Not too tight. My stomach is not at its best.
Don't want to make Shade go bleh.
Very true. It would be a terrible waste of pizza, and whatever this is. You should just, like, randomly grab a can of Guinness.
Oh, is someone gonna try and outdrink Sandra?
Not even close.
That
Yeah,
would be
sure,
dangerous.
you're on, Sandra. Let's do this.
That's cheating. Simon Rossi can't get drunk.
Dr. Hunter, mind if I take the ring of regeneration?
Give me the ringer.
Yeah, then I suppose you can outdrink a vampire.
Who wins this?
It's just enough liquid alcohol is consumed by Simon Rossi that his vampire body starts to decay. I thought, actually, no, he'd just be preserved. He'd get pickled.
It's even further preserved.
What is it that you're drinking, Simon Rossi? I think it's vodka and formaldehyde.
And Sandra, I
think that's just vodka. I think that's just formaldehyde.
I was about to say I was up at the time, so I can say it. I think even though he can't get drunk, Sandra could still beat Simon in a drinking contest.
Yeah, that's pretty fair. Oh my gosh. Okay, so yeah, you guys have a quite peaceful day, all things considered, and January the 24th passes peacefully, and you make it to the 25th.
No.
Unless you do things in the night.
Table?
Yeah, okay.
We were going to do the call today.
Right, yes. I'll
Yeah.
And I need to...
Uh,
Oh, yay!
I
could've
was
saw
gonna
all
do
that in
something,
color.
No, that's fine. Okay,
I was
so
gonna do
yeah.
something, but
You guys eat
I'll
your
have to wait.
meal. And you would like to make your phone call then. You were able to see in color that day. Delightful.
Mm-hmm. I think it's one as I'm
Yeah.
monotone, yeah.
Every day you wake up.
I was gonna do something else, but I can't do it now. So,
Oh, sorry.
oh well.
Oh, what was that?
Hmm?
What was it?
Nothing. It has to wait. It'll have to wait for. I think we're on the boat. I guess now. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
It'll-
Alright, so yes, Dr. Hunter, you have a phone number to call. I believe Ash would have probably picked up the job details to bring it along.
Mm-hmm.
When you call it, there is a muted beep, and then a second beep as it connects. Hello there. How can I help you?
Hello. Some of my associates would like to inquire as to the open sea job.
Oh, is that right then? Yourselves a couple of fellas in the know then.
We're with the castle.
Huh. Can't say I've heard of any castles, but I haven't been in Ireland for a while. I'm sure I can check that up. You picked up in the broken table, yes?
New starter.
Ah, right, new start.
Yes.
Alright, cool. Excellent. How's a broken table doing these days?
Decent enough. You know Affy?
I'm hard not to know, Affy.
She's still sticking around, still being a bit of
A fairy.
bit of a lovely girl. Yes,
Of course.
definitely a fairy.
That's fair enough, then. And would you be liking to purchase some rooms for your companions, then?
We wanted to do some checkup as to what was going on, I think.
Alright then. So, these rolls, it's something we do every couple of years. Depends on where we're about. Effectively, I have myself here a quite nice boat that tends to cater to Shadowkind types. And we go and investigate Legends of the Sea. Just 4 years ago, we actually went around the Bermuda Triangle. Would you believe it? Wraiths. Most of them terrible wraiths. The pay, of course, tends to be whatever you can find whenever we visit these grand new locations. We've got a couple of leads here and there, but I feel like it's unfair to spoil some of the surprises, but let's put it this way. The last time we came around with a few people for the job, yeah, I think a number of them made, insert number here, about 4 purchase DC. If you had 20 wealth. That was pretty good, admittedly. We managed to dredge an old schooner up out of the ocean, killed the ghostly crew aboard, and, well, that was easy pickings after that. A few rare old wines from fuck knows how long ago. A number of cases of old artifacts. Something belonged to a prince, I think. I can't remember, hard to say. But that was the Bermuda. This time we're heading into warmer waters, especially since it's been a blasted cold bloody year.
Whereabouts are you going?
Well, there's going to be a very brief period of time where we're right off the coast of Jamaica, which should be a interesting time. It'll be the oceans right around there, at the very least. There's more that we would like to do, but it depends generally on levels of success. Should the boat do things like sustain damage, or people aboard it come to harm, then usually we have to dock for a little while, make sure everything's all chipped up, but that's the general expectation.
Roughly how many people usually are coming on these sorts of trips?
Usually 3 groups. Last trip was about 30 people. That was 2 agency crews and a scattering of independents. We've already grabbed a couple of people who are from, oh fuck, where was it? Belgium, I think? Yeah, Belgium. Picked up a couple of people there. But we've still got, 22 odd places left, I believe. If we're maxing out. We don't always get a maximum complement.
I see. And loot to the groups is first come, first serve then.
Aye, that's true. A lot of people tend to join on last minute when we arrive, but we're stopping at Dover, going all the way around to Scotland, taking the long journey around to Ireland. Make sure we get all the groups at their various pubs and bars and such. As I say, there might be places that get taken if you're not planning to purchase straight away. But if there are still some empty when you and your friends are around, then you can certainly hop on then.
I see.
So yes, depends then. Is that of an interest to you, my lad? Lads, lasses, any of you?
Got a fair mix of lads and lasses. Well, Simon seems into it. Sandra, Mahi?
Yeah, that seems real interesting.
Aye, yeah. It so happens to be that a couple people tend to treat it like an extended holiday, such as it was. We got space for kids and elves. I remember rightly, 2 of the Belgian folk we picked up are just dragon tours looking for a place to sit on the boat for a couple weeks, get drunk and eat food, that kind of thing.
So, hypothetically speaking, would you also have accommodations for vampires and the like?
That depends. Are those vampires likely to go biting, people on the ship, or, feed amongst themselves? I don't want to put any of my other members.
We can make arrangements for any vampires in the
Alright, yeah, no, we ain't racist. So long as no one Shadowkind type brings harm to others, we don't much mind.
Would you mind holding on a minute?
Alright, sure, no problem.
Can I just just wander over, slightly poke Cassie, Shams, and Mez. Job/vacation. If you're interested in either, come into the main hall, listen to the phone. Alright? Alright.
Asi will ask vaguely what it entails.
Job-wise, big ship, mostly crewed by Shadowkind, roving around the ocean, doing interesting things with ghost ships, kraken, so on. Alternatively, you can just stick around to, basically vacation in your natural form. Apparently there are some dragon tars that did that last year, with no need for glamours and so on. Up to you.
Shams and Mez seem interested. Hassie confesses she's really not a fan of the open ocean. Not her bag. And she will indicate...
She tried it once, didn't
Yep,
like
she
it.
will indicate her cloppy, satyr-esque feet. Hooves. And go, it's really not very boat fun.
I mean, you're not wrong.
She kept getting knocked down and revived.
Yeah, she did go through some pretty harrowing experiences last time she was on a boat with all of you. Well, the party. What was the party at
It
the
was
time?
a different all of you, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Sandra was there. She actually remembers that
Yep.
fight.
It's because she had to be sober in between the fights, but, you know, afterwards.
Okay, so that's those two.
Yeah, Shams and Mez are interested. Hassie will pass. She's had enough boat time to last her.
I know Shade wanted to go on the boat.
Yes, she will insist. Admittedly,
How
bundled up.
about little Lana? Does Lana want to go on a boat? Want to go on a vacation with Mom?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Children are free.
She gives a smile at his old teeth, all 3 sets of teeth.
Where's the boat going again?
It passes by Jamaica, but it's mostly going to be warm oceans because it's been a fucking cold season.
Oh, Lana will like that. Then she likes the warm stuff.
Yeah, Sandra's totally gonna have to take Bologna.
Yep.
Little Belle. That's not what Bologna means. That's just a nickname. Don't.
Bolognese.
Yeah. And I assume Mez wants to come as a passenger, not as a, combatant.
Yeah, in fact, since Shams got injured so much, she would insist that Shams wants to come along as a passenger and not a combatant. Although he'll complain afterwards, she'll give him the doe eyes and he'll be like, fine, alright, cunt.
But I want to
smash...
punch dudes. I want to fight. Oh, fine.
He's
I
surrounded
can smash any cunt I come across. Come on.
She'll shake in a no and nuzzle his nose and do other adorable things until he caves.
But Dr. Hunter will keep me safe, but... Alright, Mez.
Dr. Hunter might not if he doesn't want to go.
Don't worry. We'll make sure he won't see an ounce of combat.
We can skip the fighting on this one.
Good.
Your belly needs a little tan anyway.
She will scoff. But then, yes, seem pleased with the idea of a vacation.
Alright, before we unmute the microphone on the phone, I'm a little iffy about boats. If a lot of you are set on this, I'll come, because, to be quite honest, I'm not entirely sure about, the clerics and doctors on it, but I'm also going to be unarmed. So,
You
yes.
say unarmed, but I can just let you borrow one of my old guns, even if you don't, not got really.
Suppressing
it's a few
fire!
It's a few days. I could like tinker with a gun and try to make it fit your hand.
Well, I'll book myself a ticket one way or the other. If your tinkering works, Mahi, then alright. Anything happens, I'll fight with you. If not, then I'll be just joining whatever medical team is on that ship.
Question: is Shade going to be coming as just a passenger, or is she going to come as a fighter?
She'll shrug. Do I have to choose?
You could be both if you wanted to. No sense in coming on prepared in case of anything.
Well, bring my stuff. I mean, I'm probably not going to be up to much for like the first day or two, but yes, I mean, I suppose I could eventually be a combatant. I don't know. Do I need to specify anything in particular?
You know, that's a question we should ask now. If any of the rest of you have anything you want to discuss before we, cue the guy on the other end into all this.
Speaking of, even though you're
time.
muted on your end, you can hear him on the other side going, I get knocked down, but I get up again. Just listen to music as it goes through pirate radio.
I don't think of anything else we can ask.
Click. You playing Clicker Heroes as well?
Maybe.
You're playing Clicker Heroes while the dryer is on. I'm just like learning all of the background noises to Kina's life. it's Clicker Heroes, the dryer, occasionally the microwave, and then also occasionally his screaming retards. I mean his roommates. I mean his screaming retards.
Yes.
Oh, poor mouse. Just inhaled. Inhaled liquids.
I didn't even inhale liquids. That was just the remnants of the thing I've been sick of for the past week or so.
Ah, good old colds. I myself am at the limits of my voice, although that might just be this pain thinner. Regardless, we're wrapping up in a bit. Yeah, he awaits your answer.
So yeah, I'll just tap the unmute button and say.
Again,
So
no.
I
Oh,
just
oh.
wanted to
All right. Yep. Sorry. I'm listening.
Wanted to check. Passengers that are coming. Do we have to declare in advance as to whether we're non-combatants or not?
Ah, declaration. I think the only thing you have to declare is if you're bringing anything particularly magical and dangerous. Like, last thing you want is anyone bringing, like, chain grenade shooting machine monsters or Staff of Endless Power or any kind of shit like that. Otherwise, you can come and do whatever you want.
Oh boy, we have a lot to declare then.
I mean, we don't have anything in much that'll affect the whole boat. Unless I'm
I guess we
stupid
should
with
pro-
the immovable
maybe.
rod.
What about the rocket launchers?
Your pause. Please do not bring immovable rods onto the boat.
I mean, we're not going to use them on the boat unless we have to.
I will add that if you damage my boat, I'm going to charge a lot of money. So be very careful in consideration of bringing an immovable rod onto my boat, because a boat is not immovable like a rod is.
Look, the last
Ooh,
time
we should
I
probably
brought
not
it,
bring the
I
rocket launchers
thought-
then.
The what, sorry?
The last time I brought...
No, don't worry about
Nothing.
The last time I brought the immovable rod, I forced an abominable spider to deep-throat it and then stay still for a bit. I'm very sensible about how it's used. Don't worry.
I did hear one of your companions say rocket launcher.
No.
No. She said, pocket monster. Yeah, we're really like Pokemon here.
I'm gonna just ask that you don't bring rocket launchers onto my ship.
Sure.
Yeah,
got
you
you.
just
One
are we capiche on that? No rocket launchers on my ship.
Yes.
Right,
We're
one
clear
rocket
If
about
we
the rocket launcher.
had any, we'd understand.
No, I don't give a fuck if you got them. Just not on my ship, please.
Well, fair enough.
Thank you.
Right, one rocket
No,
launcher.
I'm saying no rocket launchers.
Can I talk you down to two
I'm
rocket
gonna
launchers?
have to keep going on with no rocket launchers. You're lucky that your lad there can bring an immovable rod because he's so bloody charming. No rocket launchers.
Okay, no rocket
Thank you.
launchers.
I was about to double team it. All right, so you finally talked this down to 3 rocket launchers. Just the numbers keep going up.
What? I don't think you get how this works, mate.
Are you sure we can't even bring a super concealed rocket launcher that we'll hand over to the captain right away and we'll be asking for back? But we'll maybe be wanting if, say, a literal kraken appears.
Look, if a literal kraken appears on my ship, being that I'm the captain and I don't really want rocket launchers brought on it, I happen to have heavy equipment to deal with them. I don't need other people with their own little rocket launchers getting in the way. Especially since I happen to have particularly reasonable ordnance very safely concealed in a way that I can be sure is perfectly not going to blow a hole in my fucking ship.
The offer was for you to take care of it.
No thank you.
Understood anyway.
Yep. Gonna have to be pretty insistent on that one. No RPGs, no laws, no chemical weapons, no nuclear, no radium, no staffs that call down endless clouds of lightning, and God, what was that last one? No summoning dragons. That one's dangerous.
Yes,
What is
we
your
understand the danger
opinion
of
on
dragons.
napalm?
Contain it in Molotov cocktails. Let's add that as an immediate point of reference.
Alright.
napalm.
Alright. I would say napalm's okay. It's quite hard to burn my beauty.
Oh, sweet. Okay. I'm gonna mix up some napalm.
I'll make a fresh batch.
Your pals can concern me, buddy.
Sometimes they concern me as well. Other times they have saved my life.
Fair enough.
So
It's also with a rocket launcher.
yes.
Seriously, it's happened in the past. Very dangerous.
No. We were given rocket launchers by a fellow in the US. He thought they'd help. They didn't. We didn't have to use them.
I see. So they're burning a hole in your pocket, is that right? Just looking for an excuse to rocket something.
Well,
Andrew
you're
goes, "Not gonna
most...
say
Yes,
no."
every very yes.
I'm just going. I'm whispering this time, so he probably. I don't know. I'm guessing he doesn't. I'm guessing then that means the C4 is also out the window. Is also not allowed, right?
Yes, Mahi.
One of these days.
We're not burying that anytime soon.
One of these days. And she'll just look out the window at the garden like. Oh.
Wait, does Ash even know about the C4 in the lawn?
No, none of us
No.
know about it.
No, she'd know it.
Then I retract my previous statement.
Well, there is a block my hero knows about that's disguised as butter.
Like Mahi, John, and Sandra are the ones I will say for certain know about it. I don't actually think Simon knows about
I feel
it.
like
You're right,
I feel like
Mike.
Simon would have probably come across the brick that you hide in the freezer.
Yeah, you want to tell me? You want to tell why the explosive expert? Why there's
Why there is
explosive
C4 in your
there?
freezer? I mean, sure. Everything else is buried, but you do literally have a brick of C4 in the freezer.
I think you mean my brick of special butter. Thank you very much.
Okay, Mahi, I'm an explosive expert. That is not butter.
It's extra spicy butter.
Totally, but yeah, there we go. See, it's very spicy.
Just gotta put electric charge through it.
Don't do that. That's a bad idea.
It makes any food that's in with a bang.
one buttery boy.
Way to employ a meme, Scout. Way to employ
Thank
a
you.
meme.
I don't always meme, but when I do meme, they're drunk.
Scout?
Yes.
Please don't do that again when I'm unprepared.
Agreed.
While I didn't have anything in my mouth, I did literally almost suffocate just on my throat.
Alright. Warning acknowledged. I'm gonna get some kind of meme alarm. It'll be fine. Yeah, there's just a long, just plaintive pause from the captain. Alright then, so, how many of you are coming? Like, Bob sounds almost reluctant by this point.
Alright, 3, mostly passengers.
Are you counting kids?
No. 5, mostly active combatants and 2 kids.
Alright then. It's insert amount of money. Fuck, what was it?
DC 25 per 4 people.
Yeah.
Yeah, which comes to, we have to pay that twice because there are more than 4 people coming, plus, the kids do ride for it.
Yep.
I'll pay for one of them, so that's 2 off mine.
4, 5, 6, 7.
I have. Unfortunately, my DC is now 20. My wealth is now 20. That's 2.
Yep,
Or is
it's
that
2 off
3?
it.
Crap.
They'll make that back though.
Yeah, we'll make it back.
Nope.
Okay.
Presumably. You could fuck up terribly.
I hope so. We probably will, but
So, how much active hunting is there in this?
Depends what I mean by hunting. As I say, it's different every time, although we're hoping to come across an actual kraken as we go along. Some of the properly big bastards go for quite a bit of money. But otherwise, we're hoping for a seafloor ruin. We've got ourselves Submersible is doing it a little bit of an unkindness, but we have a device for getting to low parts of the ocean floor. And we're also hoping to smash up a couple pirates on the way. As far as actual literal hunting's concerned, we're not looking for a fight.
You just said you wanted to find some pirates.
No. If we come across any on the way, we'll smash them.
Oh, are we gonna fight Somalian pirates?
If it happens. He did not rule out your M14.
like
It's
this
true.
ship
He does
already.
not mind an assault rifle.
Yes, Sandra can bring
My
her big
sniper
gun.
rifle is also just
Yep.
fine.
yeah.
Conventional arms are
Yeah,
fine.
as you said, like he did mention that. I mean, it's open ocean. There is a
He just doesn't like explosives.
yeah. He doesn't want an assault rifle could sure shoot a lot of bullets, but it can't blow huge chunks out of a seafaring ship.
Yeah, I'm not tempted to prove him wrong.
Before we send you anything, I am a registered doctor here, and I am also a servant of the Lord,
Alright.
with all the power that implies. If I were willing to share that with your crew and with the other passengers, would that maybe bring a discount at all?
I don't know so much about a discount, but if your services are required beyond that of our very own ship's doctor, then could see to paying you a service price once the journey's done.
And where is the journey going to end, pray tell?
Well, effectively, we're going to end up in Jamaica, and then the DM can't remember where the next decent landmass is from which to get an airport to go back, or a return journey by boat. Insert words here.
There's
In
ports
2011, Florida.
Florida. Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds...
Jamaica to Florida, and then across.
Yeah, it'll probably end in Florida.
Oh, we could take the kids to Disney
Oh
World.
my god, yeah, you could take this to Disney.
Oh wait, mine's not glamored. That could be an issue.
We can find a glamour.
You got a few days.
Yeah, we've got a few days here, and on the boat there'll probably be someone of sufficient power. It'll cost you more on the boat, but you can probably find it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, your daughter doesn't want to, like, be left alone for a long holiday period, so...
That's true. Yeah, no, I'm definitely taking her, so it's not the issue. It's is that she needs a glamour anyway.
She does, yes.
Might as well show up for it now, I guess.
And, you said you were the captain, yes?
That's correct.
Mind sharing your name?
Captain Honest.
Would you mind typing that, Scal? Honest. Alright. I'm, Jonathan Hunter. I'm sure we'll find plenty to, work on together.
Alright then, I can only hope as much as well. We'll be in, where is it? Broken Table, Dublin, in about, judging by process, about 5 days.
Alright.
Well, we'll be there in 4, but we're leaving on the 5th.
Okay.
Yeah, they are due to arrive 28th, really, but it's like 28th at night. And then leaving afternoon 29.
If it's all the same, I'd like a one-on-one on the 28th.
I wouldn't so much say it's all the same, but alright if you insist.
You know what? We can, book a table. You'll pick a restaurant, I'll pay.
Now, that sounds like a fair enough deal. Alright then, my lad. And yeah, assuming that you're done with the call, he will, let it come to a close.
Wunderbar. Now blood jar.
Yep. You can, quench that thirst vampire style. And also Disney World.
That was great.
Now the question is, do I have to do any hallucinations because this blood has got some crazy stuff in
What have you
it?
put in the blood?
This is the blood from the witch.
The witch that you filled with LSD.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Oh, is this what you're giving me? Is this what?
Fuck's sake.
Well, you want me to not feed? You want me to not eat? I have to get nutrients.
Wait. Oh
I
yeah.
shot her repeatedly to specifically so you wouldn't eat her.
Too bad.
I mean, it's
Yeah, but-
too late to stop you now if you did
Even
harvest
worse.
her behind my back, but...
This wasn't behind your back at all. You watched me pour the blood
Yeah,
in the jar.
Yeah,
Jaded.
yeah. You watched Sandra drain a jar just to give it to him.
Oh,
And,
right. I shot her repeatedly, specifically to stop her having any chance at coming back. That was the thing.
Yeah, that was the thing.
Yeah.
The next thing is also, didn't you bake a bunch of drugs for Sandra?
Yeah, we're going on a trip tonight.
Alright, and I think
Oh,
there is the
boy.
perfect time for us to call the session to a close. Just before two players go on a long drug trip. Because it's late. And full of schnapps.
Purple haze begins playing in the
Yeah.
background.
It's the fucking... just start hearing the Velvet
It's not
Underground.
my fault. It's not my fault the blood is filled with
Oh, the
drugs.
blood, it sings to me.
Yeah, it's my fault.
Yay.
Do you want to join in, Mahira? Room for one more.
Please don't feed your fairy acid.
Do it.
Yes. Yes, we must feed the fairy.
Do it. Embrace unlimited power.
Hmm.
It may
Zendi
help,
gets, when
it may-
Zendi can be creepy, she can
Yep.
be creepy.
it may help you learn how to do fairy enchantments.
Simon's whole argument is it might give you more wizard powers.
The power of fairy magics.
Okay.
Enhance it in
Alright.
power
Turn it down
again,
there, princess.
Simon. Okay.
I hope that you guys enjoyed the session.
It
Absolutely.
was a lot of fun.
Pretty awesome,
I'm sorry, my bullshit took up a bit.
Yeah, whatever. That's like basically this game in a nutshell. If you're watching in the stream or you're watching in the VOD, I hope that you have yourselves a lovely motherfucking good time, and please do take care.
Hit that like and subscribe button.
yeah.
Bye stream,
See you next
bye
time.
YouTube, like,
Bye, guys.
subscribe. You know, send Scout money if you can afford
Oh, fuck
to.
yeah.
She'll put her Patreon link in the description this time. I'm
Oh no,
sure.
I ain't doing that on YouTube. I'm not linking my YouTube to pornography. But alright, stream's closing now. Peace out, bitches.